Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank y'all for being here. I see a few of you in the comments patiently waiting. I see Based Beauty, Joshua, and y'all are the first one. Sprinkle Sprinkle, welcome. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Y'all hit the like button. And as we wait for a few more people to get in, let's start the discussion off. Pickmiesha picks the bottom of the barrel men. Now, the reason why I chose to discuss this is because lately, a lot of people, especially pickmieshas, have been trying to make a little bit of, argument that they need to pay for this and they need to pay for that. And they need to, they're trying to encourage women to pay when they're going out on dates or when they're living with a grown, able-bodied man. And then the only thing that I notice, now I'm not trying to be arrogant, it's just the truth. The only thing that I noticed is that a lot of these women are not leveled up so they feel like they have to pay. Let me repeat this. A lot of the women who are being pickmieshas out there are not leveled up and would rather pay to be with a man than to just level themselves up. Literally. That's literally what it is. You are a grown woman, but you would rather invest money into a grown, able-bodied man, make him less masculine because you are too lazy to put all of that effort and money into yourself, to level yourself up to the degree where you don't have to beg a man to be with you by offering to pay. Okay. Now, I know this sounds bad for some women because that's the only way they think they can get a man. That's not true. It's not true. It's the only way you can get the type of man that will settle for you temporarily because you pay. And I think I need to put this, into easier ways to understand because some women can't see it until you paint a picture. If you are paying and you live in a house with a grown, able-bodied man and you are paying for him, you are offering him things, you are outdoing him when it comes to courting or showing your affections and all this kind of stuff. You're outdoing him in every way. It means you're working to keep him as your man because you can't have him any other way, which is literally paying for a grown man. So if that's what y'all are doing, don't try to glamorize that. It's not cute. You ain't even cute. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Miriam, you're 19. You refuse to date in a car. He said, I'm too much. Okay. Well, on to the next. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, if you can't meet the standards, then tell them to get out the way. So, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Pickmieshas will settle for the worst men, then complain about them later. But you paid for him, but you let him stay there rent-free, but you paid for every other date and then every date after that because you didn't care about yourself. You only cared about having a man that didn't even want you. So I have to spell this out for women because they don't get it. They just not getting it. Somebody didn't teach them. So if you are paying to be with a man and you are a pickmiesha, remember that when they leave you, and don't ask why, because let me tell you why. You paid for them and now they're done with you. They don't want you no more because they never wanted you in the first place. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, and a lot of women feel like because you invest in a man and that you paid for a man and that you cooked and cleaned and washed his dirty drawers, that he's going to stay with you. No, ma'am. That means he's going to get far away from you because you're not the type of woman that he wants because he made you do all those things and didn't even want you, but allowed you to put yourself through all of that turmoil, all of that work, all of that paying of bills for dates, gifts, and all that stuff. He let you do that and never offered to do anything more. He never improved. That means he never really wanted you because he didn't improve your life in any way except for being that placeholder that you were temporarily paying for. Okay, so y'all have to stop picking the bottom of the barrel men to spend your money on, Pickmiesha. Pickmiesha, they don't like you. That's why you have to pay. And the faster you realize this, the faster you could come out of being a Pickmiesha. Okay? SHERA is the truth. I take her advice and went to the rich side of town. You joined pickleball, and now I'm out with a provider, rich man in town. I have dinner next week, networking, get the rich town. Yes, Sierra, sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, I was out there hitting some pickleballs today. Anyway, you listened and you got what you needed, right? You got you a provider, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. So thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. And Pickmiesha is still out there trying to find the next pair of shoes that her Dusty wants online. And Pickmiesha is out there looking like who did it and why, and asking her Dusty where he want to eat for dinner tonight, because you know she paying. While meanwhile, women that have invested into themselves and whose main priority was not to have a man, but to get a man that actually wants her and to pay for her and to provide for her. Not a man, but a provider. You see, Pickmiesha's goal is just a man. Our goal is a provider. That's the difference between us and Pickmiesha. She want a man and we want providers. So, but the problem is the men that Pickmiesha wants, the men that Pickmiesha pays for, they don't want her. And they're always trying to come over here and trying to make us live up to the standards, or live down or lower our standards to that of Pickmiesha. So Pickmiesha's over here cooking, cleaning, scrubbing, paying for stuff, offering stuff, bringing stuff to the table. And so this Dusty got his ego and his pride all up, thinking every woman is like Pickmiesha. And then he faces the sad reality when a woman doesn't want to do any of those things because she's not supposed to, unless she chooses to, for a provider man. See, y'all are taking these men and emasculating them and then putting them back out into the world. And they're walking around in their soft boy era because Pickmiesha's took care of them and spoiled them. But they don't want Pickmiesha no more. So they're out here looking stupid, asking women with high values that are too high, or standards that are too high to reach, because Pickmiesha messed them up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to go back to Pickmiesha. She paid for y'all. She's invested in y'all. Y'all need to go back to Pickmiesha and go ahead and stay over there where you're worshipped like the Dusty that you are. Because Pickmiesha, she paid good money. Stay over there. Don't think we have the same goals. Don't think we think the same way as Pickmiesha, because we don't. Pickmiesha is a temporary state until they wake up and see that you don't really want them, and that they can do better if they invest that money and that time and that energy into themselves, to where they can actually go and get a provider. Okay? So that's why a lot of these men think that their opinion matters, because Pickmiesha will sit there and listen to their dreams, their goals, with no actions behind them, and all day, and even fund some of them, and not even have them become successful. So they think we're her. We're not her. We don't care. We want providers that are already providing. We don't want to help you get to your goals and dreams. You should already be there. Okay. And a lot of men will tell you, they've dated Pickmieshas, they dated Barbara the Builders, and build on their backs, and then go get the type of woman that they want to provide for. And y'all know this every time. So I don't know why Pickmiesha's still out there doing the most and getting the least. If I were y'all, I would say no more. Thank you, Miss Shay, for being a member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would say I am done being a Pickmiesha. I don't care how desperate and ugly I am. I'm going to take all this energy and put it into myself, so I will never have to be desperate and looking like who did it and why again. Okay? That's what y'all need to do. Stop just taking the least, because I see some of these Pickmiesha videos out here. I would understand why y'all have to pay, because y'all don't look like a man wants to pay for you. And that's just, it's evil to say, I know, but it's just the truth. I know why you're a Pickmiesha, because no one wants you. Okay, y'all need to level it up to where you're undeniable a provider. Think about that. All that money you putting into Dusty just so he could roll around with you on an air mattress or your bed in your house could be going towards you, making yourself look better, feel better, think better, know better. But y'all would rather pay for a Dusty to roll around with y'all in the bed, and that's all he can really do. And leave you with kids he can't pay for. That's all he can really do. You know? And then, he's not going to do right if you put any type of money. And if you invest any type of money, he ain't going to do right, ma'am. I'm telling you right now, if you put any type of money into a grown, able-bodied man, he's never going to do right. Okay? Never. Because you don't respect him and he don't respect you. If a man respected you, you wouldn't be paying for stuff, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. Black Beauty, thank you, girl. You said your sugar daddy took you on a lavish date, gave you several expensive perfumes and other gifts, and $1,500. Shera, you're the best. Thanks for all your advice. Uh-oh, thank you, Miss Black Beauty. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You say you see Pickmieshas everywhere. When you get to the nice side of town, the richer side of town, you're going to see less and less Pickmieshas. Just think about that. Because first of all, they're not going to want to hang out on the side of town where there's providers because they would have to level up. So they're going to go slum it. If they have money, they're going to go slum it and pick them out the Dusty who thinks they're all that because they're going to pay for them. The Dusty not even looking at her as wife material. He's looking at her as, placeholder, do what I need her to do so I could go get a better one. Oh, Isabel. Thank you, Miss Isabel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I saw lots of Pickmieshas over the last weekend. They get on my nerves. Oh my gosh. The insecurity, and also, let's talk about the insecurity in these Pickmieshas. They think everybody wants they broke Dusty. Ma'am, nobody wants your Dusty that you're paying for. Okay? Nobody wants your Dusty that you got to reach down in your purse to pay his way and his homeboy's way and sometimes his cousin's way. Nobody want him. Okay? Except another Pickmiesha. So honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, stop thinking everybody wants your broke Dusty. Don't nobody want him, baby. Only you. Or another Pickmiesha. Sure, you found a provider, but it was at the same time I got pregnant by your baby daddy. What do I do? Sprinkle, sprinkle, Isabel. I don't know. Keep them both, man. You got to figure out a way to keep them both if you want some money. Or, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but look at your life in 10 years from now and see what you want to be living like. I don't know what to tell you. A pick-me will marry a homeless man just to say, at least I have a man. That's true. I can't. That's not the point, Pickmiesha. Anybody can get a man. But can you get a man to pay? That's not a flex, ma'am. Anybody can get a man. Unless you think you're so ugly and unattractive and unwanted that the feat of just saying that you have a man is enough. That's because you need to level up. Okay? Having a man is the bare minimum. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's the bare minimum. It's included with a provider. So, you know what I mean? You know what I think it is? Like, honestly, I think there's a lot of women that have low self-esteem and low self-confidence and low value that they think if they can just get a man to like them and look at them in a certain way and sleep with them or be seen out in public with them, that they've won something. That means you feel like you are the lowest of the low and that The highest you can get is just the fact that this person is a man. Like not an animal, not a creature, not an alien, but an actual man. The opposite sex actually likes you. That means you have to be looking like who did it and why on a level so bad that that is the highest standard that you have. Oh, he's a man. Girl, no. And that's how I see those women. Like, who, if I were you, just take that energy and that time and go to the spa, go get your hair, go get your nails, go get you a wardrobe. Stop focusing on this man who don't even like you. And Pickmiesha's always be picking the worst ones with the worst problems so that the dusties are dependent upon her and will less likely leave. And this is why she has the most men problems, because Pickmiesha knows. Pickmiesha knows, okay, if I get one that's struggling, that got problems, that can't get a job, that he'll never leave me because he needs me. But instead of saying that, they'll say, oh, I hold my man down. I hold him down. I'll pay for stuff if he don't have no job. I know you will, because look at you. Oh, Blue Wolf, Sprinkle, top 3 level up advice physically. Invest into yourself, always. Look your best, always. Or as good as you can look, And don't deal with dust. Sprinkle. Never. Anyway, dealing with dust lowers your self-esteem. Let me tell you why. Because you don't think you can do any better. And then you start to really believe it. So only deal with top tier. Only deal with men with money. Only deal with providers. If they're not providing, don't deal with them. Because let me tell y'all a secret. If y'all are dealing with men who are not providers or unable to provide, unable to gift you something expensive, unable to do anything for you, what you're saying is, I'm free to date the dustiest of the dust and I'll take you just because you're a man. That's literally just saying I'm desperate. So don't do that, man, because that's what y'all look like out there. I know some of y'all are young and y'all don't realize this, but this is how y'all look to other people. Y'all look desperate and sad, and just like having a man is your highest goal. He doesn't have to have a job. He doesn't have to have an education. He doesn't have to be a provider. He just has to have mail checked on his birth certificate and want to sleep with you. That's literally all the standards of a Pickmiesha is. So stop and think about what you're actually agreeing to when you deal with certain men. You're agreeing to the fact, not only are you a desperate chick, but you're also agreeing to the fact that you don't deserve a provider. So you're never going to get one until you start acting like it, until you start demanding it. You're never going to get one because you just told that man you don't deserve one when you offered to pay. Okay. You just told that man in a roundabout way, I don't deserve a full provider because I'm offering to pay you to be my man. I'm offering to pay half the bills. I'm offering to pay for the food and the movies. If you pay for the, whatever, this and that. No, I'm not paying for nothing. If you can't afford me, keep on moving. Sprinkle. Go get Pickmiesha. That's what she's out there for. For those who don't have what they need yet to get the type of woman that they want yet. She is a temporary stop where the man has to realize that that's not what he wants. See, men think that they want a woman who's going to go 50-50. Men think that they want a partner until they get one. Then they don't want that. You know what? Let me tell you why they don't want that. Because she will control him. She will keep tabs on him. She will never fully respect him. She will literally treat him like a child because she's paying. She will never trust him because she's paying. And she knows he don't really want her. So she's always going to be insecure, uptight. And he don't want that. He wants a woman that he actually goes out and chooses. He wants to spoil. He wants to take care of. He wants to impress. He can't impress Pickmiesha because he ain't got nothing. So when he levels up his bank account, when he starts doing better in life, he's not going to go try to impress Pickmiesha. He's going to go to a whole new woman to impress her because she's never seen him at his lowest. She hasn't paid anything for him. She doesn't know about all the qualities that he didn't have before. So why would he turn around and give all the things that he's worked so hard for, leveling himself up, to Pickmiesha? He's not. And the reason why he's not is because it's a waste. It's a waste of him feeling the type of pride that a man feels when he gets to be a full provider to a woman that is impressed by him. So if y'all are out there paying for grown men, y'all better wake up, because all you're doing is enabling them to go find a better one that meets, the standards of a woman who is, worth being provided for. Uh-oh, Mars, sprinkle, sprinkle, appreciate that. So, no. Okay. They say they want a partner, but it's not their dream woman. It's not. They want a partner now because they don't know that they don't want a partner. A partner is a business deal. A partner is a business partner. That means you go into business with a partner. You don't marry a partner. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes marriage is a business, but as a man marrying a woman who is a wife is your business as a man to be able to provide. Okay? So, if you want a partner, go get a man. Go get a platonic partner. Go get a roommate. That has nothing to do with being in a relationship or being married. Go get a roommate. Go get a business partner. You know what I'm saying? Then call me when you got your money ready and you want to date or, have a wife, but I'm not getting ready to help you. That's your job as a man. If you can't help yourself, you can't help nobody. What am I going to do? Teach you how to help yourself? What do I need you for? It's kind of dumb. It's like, okay, you need a woman to help you become a man. But why would she want you? What does she get in return? A man she finished raising? Another child? No. How is his dream girl? His dream girl is one that is impressed by everything he says, does, and his ability to provide and be a man, husband, whatever he's going to be, a father. So someone that's going to respect him on most levels. You can't get that type of respect if you're splitting bills. I promise you, you ain't never gonna get that respect. And some men need that respect because women are very, they speak their minds these days. So if you gonna get any type of respect in your house, you at least got to be paying them bills, especially as a man in this day and age. If you're not paying all bills, you're gonna get the least respect in the entire house. I promise you. I'm just letting y'all know. That's just the truth. What if your provider first response is always no, but afterward he does it anyway? That's just how a lot of people are. They always say no first and then they do it. So if you understand them, then you know what you're going to get what you want. So who cares? But a lot of times, no also means no sometimes, but they change their mind later if the circumstance is favorable for them. So they might have to think about it. But sometimes no is no. Okay. But if you know him, then you know him. You said men fantasize about women who have standards. True. They do. They fantasize about the women that reject them every day, who won't pay for them, who don't want them, who tells them to go become a man because they aren't one yet. They fantasize about that because they fantasize about the day they are able to impress that type of woman, the day that they're able to provide for that type of woman. And the only reason they're with Pickmiesha is so they can figure it out. And until then, They're living rent-free with Pickmiesha. If y'all want to ask private questions, join the Patreon. It's linked in the description bar. Sign up for tier 3 and up, I think, and you should be able to message me. You say you're a 19-year-old student and you can't find a man who are providers. Girl, you got to go to the rich side of town in the daytime. All right. What do you get? What? Okay, so anyway. So how many of you ladies used to be Pickmieshas and woke up? Put some type of emoji and say I woke up or something like that. I don't know, child. But how many of y'all used to be Pickmieshas and woke up? Because Pickmiesha is not a permanent place. It's just a temporary place, just like Dusty is not permanent unless they never want to do better. So, see, a lot of people used to be Pickmieshas and they woke up. This is why a lot of these men are mad, because they're losing all their temporary homes and Pickmieshas, and they either have to man up by themselves now and skip that part, or they have to find whatever Pickmieshas out there trying to, have a man. You say you're never going back to being a Pickmiesha. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like they were all brainwashed under a spell. Exactly. It's like, why? Who put these Pickmieshas under this spell? I blame 90s R&B and early 2000s R&B. I blame Pickmiesha lyrics and songs. I blame Pickmiesha movies. I blame BET movie of the week, whatever they used to have. I blame all of that. I blame all the screenplay writers that wrote in Dusties as main romantic lead roles. I blame all of it. Y'all remember the 80s? Oh no. Dynasty, Dallas, and then we had like all the 90210. We had the Melrose Place. Look, nobody wanted to know Dusty until somebody wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted a Dusty until somebody made you feel sorry and say, oh, it's better have a man than no man. They write some fake scenario about somebody needing a man so bad that they settle for the least because they can't go out and do any better. Like and a lot of the women that played the lead roles were beautiful women, and they had plenty of options. They just opted for the Dusty because that's what the writer wrote. And so when people start watching those types of movies, they were like, oh, well, I guess I can give a Dusty a chance, even though he can't pay any bills and do anything for me and make my life worse than what it is already. The movie said to do it, so let me go ahead and try it, because they're glamorizing it. I'm not getting ready to glamorize dust. Okay? Nobody want no dust. The propaganda was working. Yeah, because they wanted to keep certain people in poverty mind and in poverty cycle. They wanted to keep you broke. But then when the economy went bad, oh, now it's all about gold digging. Now you gotta have money. Because okay, no, we're not getting ready to settle for no dust. It's not, to me. And y'all were laughing when Erykah Badu sang Tyrone, but she was the first of the neo soul singers to call out that Dusty. while all the other ones was trying to cook for him and take care of him and walk around parks and whatnot for free. Miss Badu said, no, you better call Tyrone because you know you gay. You think I'm fit to pay. Anyway, because she was a Pisces, and you know we don't play that. You either have some money or you get to step in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. No, ma'am. I'm not getting ready to do nothing for free. I ain't finna pay. I'm not finna be your Pickmiesha. I'm not finna be your placeholder. I'm not finna smile and laugh and say I have a man when I don't have a man, because if he ain't paying, he ain't no man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sorry, y'all. It's just the truth. I like both of the singers, but I just don't like both. I did not like all of one of their lyrics. Okay. I don't like the lyrics. Okay. TLC, no scrubs. Okay, then. Yes. And they even told you what a scrub was. You can't get no love from me. Okay. And y'all, let me tell y'all a secret. A lot of women know, a lot of singers know that there are Pickmieshas out there, a lot of Pickmieshas. So they have to make music for Pickmiesha because women are at different points in their life. That's why when some of y'all come and ask me, well, what do you think about the lyrics in this song and this song? They make music for everybody, man. There's a gold digging song on that album. There's a Pickmiesha song on that album. There's a this song on that album, and there's a gay song on that album. Okay, so they're catering to everyone. They're trying to get money from everybody's pockets. That doesn't mean that's what those singers or those rappers believe. You know what I'm saying? So no one cares whether you are successful or not. No one cares whether you have a provider or not. They care about their pockets, right? You got to care about yours. You got to care about yourself being provided for, which means you got to care about you first. And if you care about yourself, then other people will care about you the same way you care about you. Okay. If you think you're worth it, if you put yourself as a priority, if you know who you are, if you don't settle for less, then no one will give you less, period. But if people can bargain with you, they will. Okay. They definitely will bargain with you if you allow them to. Some of y'all are bargaining out there and you don't have to. I would never bargain with somebody. You ain't got it and keep it moving. Uh-oh. Betsy Choose. Thank you, girl, for being a member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's been a member for 5 months. Thank you, girl. So I'm not getting ready to bargain. Either you got it or you don't. Goodbye. All right. You said you was programmed to be a Pickmiesha. Well, unprogram yourself, ma'am. It's very easy. You just write down a list of standards, and that's what you stick to. Okay? You just write down the list of standards. If they don't meet them, you don't greet them. Period. That's all you got to do. That's the fastest way to deprogram yourself is write down your new standards. And if they don't meet them, you don't greet them. It's that easy. If someone was telling you new information that was going to save your life, but you grew up doing the opposite, wouldn't you listen? Wouldn't you change and switch habits really quick? Yes, you would. Okay. Someone says break those generational curses and break that poverty curse. Break that Pickmiesha curse. Okay. It's easy. All you got to do is write down your standards and don't bend. That's how everybody gets to where they are. They're disciplined in what they stand for. And if you stand for your standards, then you two will be successful in finding a provider. Oh, Valerie, what is the best way to handle a man that tries to push my boundaries, doesn't take no for an answer? Then have a price on the answer. Okay. If you don't take no for an answer, then it's going to cost you. Okay. So you need to start bargaining with him. He won't take no for an answer. Okay. Well, if I do this, then you need to give me this much money. If you start charging, they'll start taking no for an answer. I promise you. Because every time somebody asks me something I don't want to do, I put a price on it. All right. A price I know they can't afford. That's a quick way to shut anybody down. I promise you. Oh, I caught you live today. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for your help. Still working on your looks and got attention from men a lot now. No provider yet. Busy week. Okay, well, you know what's coming. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just keep going. You're going in the right direction. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So, what was I saying? Yeah, you stay in the right direction. Don't bend them standards and keep it moving. Never give up. Put money on boundaries, and they'll keep to them boundaries if the boundaries cost money. Promise you. They won't cross them if it costs them. Any advice on leveling up from your child's father? Yes. Get another one. Get another man with more money and never look back unless you have to for visitations. Focus on that. Focus on leveling up to a man with more money. That means focus on yourself to get to the point to where only men with money are able to date you. Okay? Mentally and physically, ma'am. That's how you do it. And if your baby daddy has money, then find one with more money. Okay? Congrats. I remember you only had 300 views. My whole household watches now. No dust will make it out alive. Thank you, B. Gonzalez. I appreciate that, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. You a day one, ma'am. Thanks for being a member. She's a day one. She's been here for a long time then. That means you've been here for like 10 years and plus. Okay. What do you say when you don't have a job, but you don't want to say that? You use some other big words that mean that you're busy all day. Like, oh, I volunteer for a couple of places and I also do some freelance work. You just lie. That means I'm busy. I'm doing stuff professionally. I'm around professional men all day, except I'm not getting paid. So don't ask me to pay no bill. And if you're going to ask me out, you better treat me. And plus, I'm used to the finer things because I work around non-profitable things. I'm rich men all day for free. So come with this money. So make it sound like you're being bougie, but not getting paid, Oh, I organize some fundraising events for nonprofit organizations, and I volunteer sometimes at this place, blah, blah, blah. I try to stay busy all day long and, blah, 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 blah. That means you're not making no money. You don't have no career. Then he's going to be like, well, how do you pay your bills? Like, oh, that's just, something that I work out every month. No worries. That means you're not going to tell him your business, your financial business. He got to pay. And then when he thinks you're like, because you're doing that volunteer work, not really, because you lied and say you're doing all that volunteer work and that you're doing the nonprofit and fundraising, it could be a way for you to network, to try to build a business or to try to get a job. He doesn't know that. And then like when it comes down to it and he asks after you didn't ask him for money and he's gotten comfortable enough to ask you for something else, then you can explain to him that's why you were doing all that volunteering and networking, to try to get into a position where you can make more money. But only then you throw at him, it's only older rich men And they don't really want to take me serious about a job. They just want to, take me out, of town, do this, do that. So basically what you're saying is you better get in before somebody else snatch me up. Okay. You always make them think that there's some underlying competition that they can't see or touch, but they know is there somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give them all the information. You just let them assume. Okay. Anyway, can you use being a student to get more money? Sure. How to make a man desire you? By being desirable to everybody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're desirable to most people when you walk out of the house, then most men will desire you, ma'am. So what you're asking me is how to make a specific man desire you. If he don't desire you when you walk out the house like everyone else, then he don't want you, man. I got to think about that for a second. Okay. What do you do if you have a six-figure job and they know that, but you want an allowance? Tell them the money is going somewhere else, to somewhere else that you're responsible for. Tell them that you're paying for something that you're not really paying for. Maybe your parents or your grandparents or something. Like, oh, you know what? All that money goes to, that means all that money is none of your business and you can't touch it. And you're going to have to pay if you want to deal with me. You know, your money is none of their business. And even though they know you have a high six-figure job, they don't know where you're spending that money at. Okay. What do you do if you broke and you want to freestyle? Freestyle anyway, man. Get dressed, get up, and go out. Somebody will pay for them drinks if you're looking good. Tips on keeping him on his toes by not caring more about him than he cares about you. The fact that you ask that question means he's not keeping you on your toes. Okay, it should always be the other way around. What is this man doing to keep you on your toes? What is this man doing to keep your interest? What is this man doing to impress you? Why is it always the woman trying to cater to the man to keep his attention, to keep him wanting you? He don't want you naturally, man. What are you doing for him to keep you on your toes? Think about this. If a man really wants you, he gonna be asking himself or asking advice on how to keep a woman on her toes, how to make sure that she's always interested in me, how to make sure that she's always into me. Da, 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 da. Well, gifts and paying bills will do it, ma'am. I mean, sir. Gifts and paying bills will keep a woman on her toes. Expensive gifts. Thank you, Yolanda, for being a new member of Sprinkle Sprinkle Girl. So this is why I'm telling y'all, Pickmieshas always trying to cater to a man. Stop trying to cater to no man. They need to cater to you. I learned this a long time ago. The more you do for a man, the less he wants to do for you. The more you consider a man's feelings, the less he considers yours. This is sad, but it's true. I know a lot of y'all weren't taught this because it don't even make sense, but it's just the truth. The less you pay attention to a man, the more attention he pays to you if he really likes you and if he wants to chase you and be a man and get your attention. Because men like a challenge and a chase. If you don't even give them the opportunity to chase and be a challenge, they get bored of you quick. Okay? It's easy pickings, easy pick-me's. Anybody can get a pick-me. That's not a flex. All right? That's why you got to make them work. That's why you got to make them impress you. That's why you got to keep your standards high, because they love the chase. The thrill of the chase, the thrill and the challenge is what they like, because they can go get Pickmiesha every day of the week. They can have Pickmiesha every day of the week, but they can't have you. That's what makes you special. That's what makes them want you more, because you don't look for ways to try to keep them on their toes or to impress them. They got to look for ways to keep you on your toes and impress you, because Pickmiesha is already doing that for them. You're married to a provider, but other married men with more money flirts always attentively. Why is that? Because men are going to flirt regardless whether they're married or not. Shera, why is the level up journey so lonely? Because you're supposed to be focused on yourself, not everybody else. And once you get yourself together to your high standards, then other people will start to focus on you, and then you can get what you want. If you're always focusing on everybody else, worried about everybody else, you won't have time to level up. You'll be constantly considering other people when you're supposed to be on a journey to improve yourself to the fullest, to where you can get a provider when you walk out the house, man. Okay, it's not about other people. Get the bag first. The friends and then the providers will come after. Promise you. Because you'll be on a level to where you're only going to be able to deal with certain types of people after a certain level, or you're only going to be able to deal with certain types of people because they know the game. They know how you got to where they got, or how you got to where you got, because that's how they got there, by leveling up and leaving certain people behind, because you can't bring everybody with you. And if it doesn't mean you can't be their friends or talk to them anymore, it just means that you got to focus on you for now. You know, that means you just got to focus on you for now. It doesn't mean that you're going to abandon anybody or leave anybody behind. It just means you can't deal with them at this time. And if they truly love you and they are your real friend, they'll understand that you got to go on that journey alone. And once you do it, you're probably going to give them the hope and the inspiration to do the same for themselves, because they need an example. And if you are too focused on them instead of yourself, you can never be that example. Oh, you don't cater to him. He wants me and pays for everything. Just have a deep fear of being left, and I act jealous. How do I control? Girl, you got to have options. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So honestly, this is why I always say keep a little extra one on the side, or like a friend zone dude on the side that got money too. So you won't fear that, because you know that other one is waiting in the rafters. Okay? Just like you got a spare tire, you got to have a spare extra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because if you're that insecure, that means you don't feel like you can go get another one. So if you have another one, you won't feel that insecurity anymore. That means you have to do anything with him. Keep him as a friend, keep him as a, an associate or whatever. And you already know, is all you got to do is say the word and he could be yours. So just keep one on the back burner. Keep one in the friend zone. Keep one on the roster, but you don't have to do anything with them if you don't want to, But just the fact that you know that you got one at any given second will help your insecurity and fear. And like any of the dusties that, are used to Pickmieshas in them, a lot of times they don't realize that a lot of women aren't going to deal with their dusty habits and their dusty ways. And they get mad because they're not the man that they are supposed to be at that time, because Pickmiesha handicapped them. And so they want to take it out on other women who aren't Pickmieshas. They want to take it out on women who have standards, because they've been with Pickmiesha so long, she's handicapped him into a full-time dusty. And he forgot his hopes and his dreams and his motivation, because Pickmiesha's sitting in there paying for him, treating him like a child, not respecting him, not making him man up in anything. So, he's gotten comfortable in his soft boy era. And then when he comes to a woman with standards, he gets mad because she's not Pickmiesha. Going back to Pickmiesha then. She got a hot plate for you. And your video game controller. Go reach your highest potential over there with her. Oh, Baylana hair care, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. All right, so go get your remote control. to your video game. Go back over there to Pickmiesha and them and continue being babied and never reaching your true potential. Go ahead. We don't care. We don't want you. You're not able to reach the standards. You don't, you're not a man to us. So goodbye. You're just a man to Pickmiesha, but you are not a man to us. So what that means is Pickmiesha only wants to say, I just have a man, or I have a man. She doesn't want to say I have a provider. She doesn't want to say I have a man I can brag on. She just wants to say she got a man in her house, whether he pays for things or not. But see, a woman with standards wants a provider and a man she can brag on and a man that she's proud of. So if we can't be proud of you, if we can't brag on you, if you can't provide, go back to Pickmiesha, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As I said, ma'am, because you ain't no man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Any man that doesn't understand that, been with Pickmiesha for too long. Should you keep talking as a sugar daddy, to a sugar daddy if he doesn't respond for 3 days? Girl, a sugar daddy is not a boyfriend. A sugar daddy is not a boyfriend. He don't have to text you, ma'am. He just got to pay you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't get it confused. Some of y'all have been in relationships with boyfriends and dusties for so long. Y'all don't know the definition of a sugar daddy. Y'all better learn the definition. He is not your man until he asks you to be exclusive with him. And he's paying all your bills and he's doing everything you need him to do and you have access to the money or da 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 da. That is not your man. That is just a sugar daddy. And you should have several on the roster. Okay? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, and I'm gonna tell the dusty something, or the men who don't claim to be dusty but don't want to date women that have baby daddies. Okay. If you don't want to date women that have baby daddies, then go after women that don't have baby daddies. But don't get mad at the ones that already have baby daddies or talk trash about them if you don't even want them. What's the point? You can't unhave a baby. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it just shows me a lot of frustration with men who think that they're high value. I don't even like the word high value because it sounds like great value, and it just means that you're not really high value if you have to say it. But these men who are walking around saying that they're high value and why all these women have kids and da 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 da. If you was real money, you wouldn't care about no kids. Let me repeat that. If you were real money, and I say real money, I mean money, you wouldn't care how many kids they have. You could pay for a nanny. You could pay for, babysitters. You could pay for all of that. You could pay for the kids to go wherever they need to go and hire a nanny to go with them. And you and the woman go do what you got to do. Okay. Men with real money, they don't care if you got kids. Broke men care if you got kids because they can't pay for them. And it's harder to impress a woman who already has kids because your little $50 or your little $100 that you give her is going to go straight to her kids. You know what I'm saying? But if you have real money, you don't care about no kids because you could handle that. And I'm not saying that you should handle someone else's kids or pay for someone else's kids. I'm saying that don't complain about it. You can't unbirth a child. Does it make sense? Find somebody who ain't got no kids or get some money if you want the woman that have the kids. It's your choice. You can't undo it. So either man up and get the money or go somewhere else. That's all you can do. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those men who are upset about a woman having kids probably came from the same type of household where they didn't have a father or they had several siblings or whatever, whatever. And the funny thing is, like a lot of women get wifed and those kids get provided for, and then they get to move to the nicer areas and go to the best schools because men that have real money, they don't care. They just want the woman. That's the one what they see. Oh, that's the one I gotta have. That's the one I want. I don't care if she got kids. I ain't met nobody else like her. That's who I want. That's who I'ma have. So I'm gonna take her and her kids, just like the Gold Digger song says. Kanye said. Then she got some kids. They all hopped in the Benz. We all went to den. You know what I'm saying? So a man with money don't care if you got kids. He'll either pay for the babysitter, the nanny, take the kids with y'all, whatever. It's only the broke man who fear losing and or that they'll never get more money that fear women that have kids, or they don't want to deal with the baby daddies because they're not man enough. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. If you're a multimillionaire, what baby daddy gonna phase you? What baby daddy gonna phase you? Whose baby daddy is gonna phase you if you're a multimillionaire or just a millionaire? Who baby daddy gonna phase you? What baby daddy you gonna be worried about if you got all this money? Zero and none. All right? Okay. That's all I'm saying. The funny thing is though, a lot of times, if you got real money, you treat that woman right, you treat them kids right, they gonna start to probably like you better than their own daddy. Okay. He keeps asking you to send pics. What should I do? Send them the same pic over and over, ma'am. And make sure it's fully clothed. Say, you can go look at the pics on my Instagram or my Facebook or whatever, or my TikTok, but I'm not finna keep sending you fresh pics. What I look like? You met that dude online, didn't you? Y'all gonna learn one day. Anyway, you said these men are selling women's pics, so don't do it, ladies. Exactly. Why would y'all do that? That's dumb. Don't send him no pics. Send him a pic of your Cash App handle. Send him a picture of your bank account that says, I need money. Send him a picture of your Venmo so they could send you some money, ma'am. How do I mention an allowance? And you just mentioned it, ma'am. If the man likes you and he don't want to lose you, he gonna consider it. Just say, like if he's given you money before, just say, so we don't have to keep talking about money. Perhaps you should put on like a direct deposit so we don't have to discuss money anymore. And then every month this much money gets in my account and we could just date and focus on our relationship. Because, it's kind of awkward talking about money all the time and I can't focus on you and I can't really, get into the feelings and the emotions that I need to get into if I have to, worry about how I'm going to ask you for money this month. Just be straightforward with it. Either they can handle it or they can't. On to the next. Okay. Now let me tell y'all a secret. Women are afraid to lose what they don't have. If you don't have an allowance every month, how you gonna lose it? If you have to, coerce and, date a guy and figure out how to ask him for money every single month, just do it one time and get on a direct deposit so you don't have to keep doing it. The relationship will be better. It'll be less awkward and you'll have what you need. And they won't have to also focus on always giving you money. It'll just be coming out of their account and they won't really even notice it if they're paid, So get on the direct deposit, tell them that you don't like the awkwardness of this and that, and you'd rather focus on the relationship. And if you just have your stuff taken care of, then you can, start to focus on this person and give them more attention and da, 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 da. and they'll eat it up and give you your monthly allowance on direct deposit. What age range should your target be? You're 34 when freestyling older men stare and younger men try to empty the clip. Okay, what does that mean? Honestly, you got to look like you only date older men. You got to look smart, too smart for young men, but not smart enough to where an old man can't impress you. So you have to look like you know the game. So you're not looking for a young man. You're looking for a seasoned man that can impress you. Young man can't impress you. You know what I'm saying? So pay more attention to the older men. Smile at the older men more. Make eye contact with the older men. Okay? If a young man approaches, stay staring at the older man. That way he knows you're not interested in the younger man, and he will approach after the younger man is dismissed. So let's say a younger man is in your face and there's an older man over there and he's talking to you and you're like, mm-hmm. You don't care about losing the young man. He ain't got no money. Okay? So smile, be cordial with him. It's like, but keep looking at the old man. You're making eye contact. Be like, mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, just like that. He'll know that you into older men and will step up right after that one is dismissed. Okay. Okay. The only way young men can impress a woman is if they have money and they're willing to spend it. That's the only way. That's it. You can't do nothing else to impress us. Either you spending or you're not. We know old men gonna spend. So if y'all are younger men, don't try to impress us with all that rigmarole. Just come with the money. Cut to the chase. Okay, you said men in the 50s knew what it was. Exactly. Yes, get to the money. If you're rich and you're young, cut to the chase, sir. We know. And we don't care about all that kind of stuff. We'll listen once we paid. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. True. You say your boyfriend is coming to town. He hasn't been providing lately. You complained about it and he gave him the silent treatment. He started saying, I'm cheating now. He's coming. Any thoughts on how I handle? Don't answer the door. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't answer the door until he's paying some bills. Don't answer the door until he texts you or cash app you your money. Tell him you ain't going to be out at home. You're going to be out working because he's not providing. And if you think you cheating, say, you know what? I think you cheating if you ain't got no money to give your girlfriend. Flip the script, ma'am. Where the money going? On another woman? Because he has to come into town. That means he's spending another woman money on another woman wherever he lives, ma'am. That's why I tell y'all, why y'all do long distance relationships is crazy to me. Because that money he's supposed to be giving you is going to another woman. Okay? Just tell him you're busy at work and, you'll see him whenever you can. But you need some money and you got to work for it since he won't give it to you. So he won't just be able to see you the whole time. How to bond with him and get him to spend, example, please. Ask him for stuff, ma'am. Closed mouths don't get fed. Talk to him about whatever he's interested in and then mention something that you like. And then if he says he's going to go do something, if it's near a place where they sell stuff, say, oh, well, bring me something back or, oh, get me something too while you're there. Include yourself. Always include yourself in whatever they're doing so that they think about you whenever they're doing the thing that they said that they're going to do. And then they go ahead and get you something. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to put yourself in a place where they can buy something for you, give you something or whatever. Don't be afraid to put yourself there. Don't be afraid to tell them because people know that you know your value when you're not afraid to suggest something like that. Okay. I know my value, so I'm going to always suggest it. Just like when someone is in your house is going to the store and you say, "Oh, well, bring me back a pack of gum or bring me back this or bring me back that." You know your value. You know you're worth a Gatorade. You know you're worth a pack of gum. Just the same way you should know that you're worth whatever it is you're asking them to bring you back. Okay. So don't be afraid to include it. And don't be afraid to ask. Just say it. What's the worst that they can do? Say, "I forgot." No, they're still trying to impress you. So of course they're not going to forget unless they don't really like you. Okay. What if we're both 22, graduated as engineers? He works, but I don't. He gives me everything he can within his budget, expensive gifts, provider mine, and we haven't even been in a date, and he's not rich. Okay. Young love. How long it's gonna take y'all to get what y'all really need? How long are you gonna date him before you can literally live the life that you want? I don't know. That's literally up to you. I never want to struggle with somebody my own age. That's just me. I can't like I don't see it working. Like that's high school or college boyfriend and like I'm like, okay, let's just go find somebody that already made it and just I can just like go ahead and start living my life of luxury. I don't know. That's just me though. I'm not getting ready to struggle with no grown man. Sorry. His 20s are for fun. 20s are for fun, especially for men. 20s are for fun. Honestly, I'm not taking no man seriously in their 20s. I'm just taking their money. Okay. Sorry. You said your provider husband is secretly into men, then you better be secretly into other men and not into him no more. But still you can get his money. hmm What is the certain type of women that rich men reach mostly? How to dress, makeup. By the way, your looks amazing. Thank you. Um, it depends on what type of rich man it is. Okay, there's new money, old money, foreign money. So, what kind of man is it, ma'am? What kind of man you want to attract? New money is trying to always impress old money, but they also like to be flashy. Old money doesn't like to be flashy, but they got money and they will invest in you. Okay. So if you're trying to attract old money, generational money, or just an old man with money, more classy, polished, and put together. You're trying to attract new money. Focus more on your beauty, your outfits, you know, and your body because they're mostly just looking for arm candy. If you're trying to attract foreign money, be the foreign whatever men think that the women in your country are supposed to represent, you be that. Okay, so try a different look every night, depending on where you are and what type of men are there. Does it matter if you're thick but not fat to get a provider? I spend year leveling up. I'm not sure if I keep losing more. It just depends. I don't like it just depends on your proportions. And a lot of people, okay, this is not politically correct to say, but a lot of people feel like certain figures are vulgar. Like the BBL figure could be considered vulgar in a classy, environment. So it just depends on what your figure is and if you're dressing it appropriately in order to come off classy. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you're dressing your figure to whether it looks acceptable or vulgar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Like I see a lot of Pickmieshas dressing vulgar. I'll give y'all an example. If everything you wear is skin tight and you don't even care, if you have rolls, that's, Pickmiesha will wear that type of stuff because it's attracting the attention of a dusty because they all, they're not looking at her face. They're just looking at what they can, you know, s- sleep with real quick to get some free rent. You know what I'm saying? So Pickmieshas will literally appeal to a man sexually first because that's all she thinks she's worth. That's all she's interested in. This is why I tell women, if y'all are going to dress in skin tight clothes, don't be surprised if a man is asking you for nudes. Don't be surprised if a man is rushing to get on to sleep with you on a first date. Don't be surprised if a man is only thinking about sleeping with you because all you're doing is showing him everything already. If you want a man to not mention sex right away, dress classy. And if y'all are meeting these dudes online and all your pics are in bodycon dresses and, you know, scantily clad outfits or whatever, who is to blame them for thinking that you're trying to have sex? And I know women should be able to dress however they want, but men are thinking about sex a lot. And if every time they see a picture of you, you're dressed like you want to have sex too, that's what they're going to think you want, even though that's not true. Now, a lot of women will be like, oh, I want to just attract a man. That's why I'm showing off my figure because I look boxy in certain types of clothes. Okay, great. Well, then don't take a full body picture. Or if you do, take it from far away in something that is not so clingy, but not so boxy, you know? Cover up stuff. Don't be wearing the latest trends. Don't look like Pickmiesha now. Don't look like you trying too hard to get the attention of a man. Because if you're trying too hard to get the attention of a man, you're getting everybody's man's attention, in the wrong way. So, yes, elegant and sophisticated alchemy says, yes, Miss Alchemy. Elegant and sophisticated, not ratchet and bodycon. Okay. So, y'all got to figure that. Fitted but not tight. Yes. Like, think about this. A spandex bodycon dress versus a knit dress that just drapes the body. It's a little bit different. You can belt it or whatever. Versus, seeing every roll and all this kind of stuff. Oh, you sent a super chat. Hold on. You found me in February. Watch daily, leveled up, boyfriend turned provider, all bills paid, now engaged. Next stop, my own business. Thank you for all the wisdom. Thank you, Krista. Appreciate you, girl. I'm so glad. Yes. That was very quick. You must have really been watching the videos to get him to act right. Yes. Go, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I have another question. Let's see. It's been 3 years, no sex. He's married, spends $2K a month. He gets moody sometimes and seems bored. How do I keep him on his toes? Another woman asking how to keep a man on his toes. Get dressed and go out without him. That's how you keep a man on his toes. Look cute and go out without him. Tell him the things that you want. Give him a long list of stuff to complete, Tell him about what your goals are and see if he'll help you with them. Okay. He needs something to do. That's how he keeps you on your toes, by continuously impressing you. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, I wanted to go do this. I wanted to do that. I want to get into this. I want to get into that. I've been trying to do this. Give him a list of stuff to do so you can go do your thing. Always keep a man busy, ma'am. Not on their toes, but busy. Busy trying to continuously impress you and keep you on your toes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People don't realize this. That's not your job. That's not your job, ma'am. Your job is to be impressed by the man. Your job is for a man to keep you excited, happy, and all those things. If he can't do that for you, then he's not doing his job. which means you got to give him stuff to do so that when he completes one of those jobs, you can smile, say, "Oh my gosh, this is just what I wanted." Or say, "You know what? You messed up, but thanks anyway. Maybe you can do better on this next item on the list." You know, keep them working to please you. That's the only way that they feel worthy of you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not even lying. Like, I've been nice to people and I've given people stuff to do, and then I've been mean to people. The most productive is of all is giving them something to do to accomplish towards your happiness. Real men like to do that because they like to see that they have pleased you and that they are impressing you and that they can still keep you on your toes. Okay. You say you right, he loves me demanding things from him. Yeah, continue the demanding. As women, we are nurturers and we feel like, sometimes that's not the answer, but it is to a grown man. If they don't have nothing to do, they're gonna get bored. And then you're gonna wind up asking yourself or other people how to keep him on his toes when it should be the other way around. Okay. Um, you say you're a 50-50 wife, Aurora. And you tired. Oh my goodness. How do you tell your husband you want to be taken care of and have him work and just start talking about it? Just start talking about it every day. Then hand him an extra bill every month and tell him prepare for the next bill the next month. Tell him to get him a side hustle, another stream of income, do something, start saving, skip lunch. I don't know. But you need to tell him. Give him a little notice. Tell him that's what you want for you to be happy. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do this anymore. Lie and act like you're having a breakdown. Girl, sometimes you got to fake it, man. Sometimes you got to have a fake issue. Okay? See if he really love you or are you just a roommate? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just give him notice. They'll say, "I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. I'm tired. You know what? I'm giving you the duty of paying all the bills because I know you can do it. You're a man. You're a real man. I respect you. You're so smart. Like, girl, tell him all this stuff you need to hear. You could probably get a second income or work from home and then do another job or start a business or whatever. You could do something, side hustle, whatever. But I'm not going to be able to do it anymore after. Give him a time. After 2 more months, I'm done. Just telling you now. He going to figure it out or he's going to let you know you were just a roommate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. You said a married man asked you for your number, you asked him for 300. He said he has a joint account with his wife. How can you get the money? You ain't never heard of an ATM, ma'am? You ain't never heard of the ATM machine? It's this machine where you go up to it and push some numbers after you put your card in, and it gives you cash. It's called the ATM. That's how. How to protect and preserve your beauty and youth when someone tries to ruin your beauty and try to take it away from haters, pickmies, dusties. No one can take anything from you unless you allow it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't allow it, if you don't say so, then it can't take it. Because everything needs your permission. They can't take anything that you don't give. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So stop worrying about them. Stop worrying about all of that and just understand they can't take anything you don't give. All right. What do you think? What? I don't. What? I don't think anything unless the woman is getting everything she wants and is happy. If you live in a relationship or in a marriage where you're getting everything you want as a woman and you're happy 100%, good for you. But if you ain't happy 100%, deep down inside, you're gonna resent that person that you're married to if you're not happy 100% in that marriage. You know what I'm saying? And no marriage is perfect. There's always some flaws or whatever. But if you're not literally free to do what you want to do when you want to do it, then it's not really, to your advantage. And by that, I mean like just the normal, natural things that a person would want to do. If you're being more controlled than you're able to be free, then that's a problem. Okay. Do men drain your energy as a woman? Or men energy? Not mine. They just give me money. They can't drain my energy if I'm draining their wallets, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why they call, money currency, because it is an energy. That's why you need to get money from men. Because if they're sitting there wasting your time talking to you and you ain't getting no money, then Pickmiesha probably getting drained a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you better get your money. They're not draining my energy because I'm draining their wallets. That's why when you go on a date, men pay. That's why when you go anywhere, men pay. That's why men provide. If they don't, then yes, they are draining your energy because you're doing too much. Okay? Men don't drain my energy. They fill my bank account. They pay my bills. I don't know what you're talking about. That's on Pickmiesha's side over there. Okay? Oh, you said you keep lying about textbooks and you graduated a whole year ago and they keep giving you money? Good for you. Keep lying a little bit longer, ma'am, till you got nice savings. You said after how many dates should a guy give you money? That just depends on how much he likes you, ma'am, and how much he think you need money or how much you told him you need money. It could be money or a gift. And you can't be afraid to ask. You cannot be afraid to mention it because you're not going to lose something you don't have. Okay? The sooner you ask, especially if they really like you, the easier it is to get more in the future. Okay? Because it's expected of you. That's who you are to them now. That's part of, your initial impression to them. So the sooner you request or allow a man to know that you need something, the more he wants to impress you, the faster he's going to get it to you. Okay, so you don't need to wait till he's good and comfortable and thinks you like him for him. You need to talk about it on the first couple of encounters, ma'am. You just start talking about it early so he knows that's what you're about. And it doesn't have to be all negative. I mean, a man knows that he's eventually going to have to come out of his pocket anyway. And if you know you're worth it, that means you're not afraid to lose something that you don't have. And you can literally be on a date with another man the next day who's going to give you that money and he's going to lose out. So when you know your value and you know your worth, you're not afraid to speak. You're not afraid to say, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, I really haven't been shopping in a while. You should take me shopping or we should go somewhere and go shopping because I saw these really cute shoes and, maybe we can go on another date and somewhere where, it's more dressy. And there's this really cool place that has live music and it would be so fun. And, wouldn't it just be fun to go do a day of shopping or go to the spa or whatever. Or send me to the spa and you go to the golf course and then we meet up and I have on my beautiful dress and then you can just, just build the fantasy in their mind. Depending on what age they are, the fantasy will change. So just build whatever fantasy that their age range, is going to be attracted to. And then don't chicken out of it. If they think this is your norm and this is what it takes to impress you and they really like you, they're going to go with it. It's your norm. Just like if a man starts talking and says, "Oh yeah, well, I closed $1 million deal today, and I did this, and I had, this, my luxury car wash, and the maids, they came over today." That's their norm. It's no big deal to you if you don't have maids, or you didn't close $1 million deal today, or you don't have this and that. That doesn't make it not real for them. So when you talk about the things that you like and what you like doing and what you think y'all should be doing or he should be doing, that's your norm. And if he's trying to impress you, he's not going to say your norm is too much, because that's going to make him look broke and bad. And if he really doesn't have it, that's when he'll tell you, so that y'all no longer are wasting each other's time. You get it? So that's why you can't be afraid to speak or lose something that you don't have, because you don't even have it. And you dang sure don't have it if he ain't got it. So you're going to be going out on 5 dates, 10 dates with this dude. He ain't got it, and you too afraid to ask for what he don't got. And so y'all are just wasting each other's time. That's why it's better to speak sooner than it is later, because you're going to find out if he got it or not. You're going to find out if your norm is normal to him. Okay? When you act like your high standards are normal and they want to impress you, they're going to treat them high standards as normal. Unless they dusty by nature and only deal with Pickmiesha now, that's the only way that they will ever have a problem with your standards, is if they're only dealing with low class and low standards. That's the only way that they will ever have a problem. Okay? What do men desire most from a woman? A challenge, a chase, and a challenge, darling. Something that Pickmiesha don't give. You say he gives you money but don't take you on dates? Okay, well, go out with another man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He can't do it all, then get another one and step in and do what that one won't. He don't have to know about it. If you want to go on dates, either tell him. If he don't take you, then find another option. You could keep him too. Okay? You say he takes you to the same restaurant, so tired of it? Suggest a different one. Okay? You got my book, Sprinkle, Sprinkle, honey? Honey Faye, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It is different from Too Pretty to Pay Bills. Too Pretty to Pay Bills was written first. And it's rewritten with more information in it. And it helps you to understand why you shouldn't be paying any bills. And it helps you to understand the situations that you're put in when asked about bills, and how to explain yourself, and how to speak and not be afraid to speak and know your worth. Yes, it's very different from Sprinkle, Sprinkle. It's probably longer too. Okay. Were you a twerker? Can you twerk? Okay. Back in the old days when I was younger, they didn't have twerking. They had dropping it like it was hot. And they had the bounce. So back in my day, when I was younger, we didn't have twerking back then. We had drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. So yeah, back in the old days, we had back that thing up. We hadn't gotten to that level yet. Okay. What if you're nervous around men? Then you're not around too many men. You need to get you a little drink, go out by yourself sometimes. Learn how to talk to everybody so where you're not nervous. Okay. If you work with men, why aren't you nervous around men at work? You need to treat men, like they're providers. All talk to all men as if they're providers. And if they don't act like it, move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. You said club twerking at bars is right. Yeah, yeah. That was before my era, y'all. Twerking is after my era. Like my era was not twerking; it was dropping it like it was hot and back the thing up and bounce. Okay, twerk came way later. I was already married with kids and in the suburbs and baking cupcakes when twerking came out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Um, it's never too late to have high standards, darling. You said, does drinking a gallon of water a day actually help? I don't know about a whole gallon, but I drink like 2 of these a day of water. I think this is 40 ounces. And then other stuff on the side, like tea or something. I think staying hydrated is definitely important, whatever you're doing. Anyway, Pickmieshas, y'all can have them dusties. We don't want them. Keep them over there. All right. And don't nobody want your dusty. So stop thinking all the women want him if he is broke and you paying for him. Don't nobody want him but you or another Pickmiesha. Okay. Too pretty to pay bills will help you. That book. It's new. Too pretty to pay bills. Get that book. That book will tell you how to get what you need. Okay. It's linked in the description and I'll link it here again. Get that book or what if every provider man you want to date want to marry you? You're only 20, you have 3 boyfriends, and they all talk about marriage. Okay, are they talking about spending money though? Are they talking about building a house? Are they talking about your luxury vehicle that you're going to be driving? Are they just talking about the marriage? Okay, because I'm not going to marry nothing that's not luxury or giving me what I want. You know what I'm saying? So if it's luxury that you're marrying, think about it. But I really wouldn't marry until I was like 25 and up. You could have a long engagement and see how they treat you first. But if you're not marrying into luxury, it's not even worth it, man. And if those guys aren't out of their 20s yet, I'm not even considering marriage. How to cope with ugly providers. I get so spoiled, but it's hard looking at them. Girl. Ain't nothing worse than looking at something ugly until you make it pretty with some tequila. Tequila, ma'am. Get your little flask. Take a little sip every now and then, and they're going to start to get less and less ugly. That's true. Like alcohol, I don't know. Some of y'all don't drink, but a couple of drinks will have you thinking that man is looking like normal or at least decent. You still know he ugly, but you could deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like ugly ain't so bad. I like Gremlins. That movie was good. Okay. How do you challenge a man without doing too much drama? Have high standards. Give them things to do and make sure you don't deal with them unless they do what they say they're going to do or you need them to do. I told you, always have something for them to do. Always have a request. See how much they really like you and how much they want to please you. It's not drama. It's just stuff that you like, stuff that you appreciate. You don't have to demand stuff. You can say it in a nice way. I really appreciate when you do A, B, C, and D. Or you know what I really appreciate when you surprise me with such and such types of gifts. Remember that time when you bought me that thing and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. That was so nice. Remind them of stuff that they can be doing for you. So that's not very dramatic. You trying to work on getting a watch? Compliment their watch. Ask them, oh, I really like your watch. That's so nice. Then don't wear the watch and act like you don't got no watch. You know what I'm saying? Then keep asking them what time it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you did that, Katie? Was that the watch thing? You asked him about the watch? That's a good idea, Do it, do it. But you could marry a handsome guy and 3 years later you're not attracted to him. You're gonna go through divorce because you're not attracted to him anymore. Exactly. Once you marry somebody, even if they are attractive, especially a man, because they can get on your nerves, and once you lose respect for them, they're not gonna be attracted to you anyway. I mean, they're not gonna look attractive to you anymore anyway if they are doing stupid stuff. So what does it matter? Better for them to be ugly with some money. And most of the time they'll be at your mercy because they know you can go out and do better. Okay. You say exactly, that fades quick once they start acting up. Exactly. They just look stupid after that. Okay. It's like, once you marry an attractive man, maybe close to your same age or, whatever, whatever. He starts acting like the child that he is. He's not going to look like the masculine, sexy man that you marry. He's going to look like the childish person that now you have to do everything for because he wasn't man enough to be whatever you need him to be, And now he's just another child to you. It's, with older men, since they are older by age, they got to act a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? They got to be more responsible. They can't take the easy way out thinking that you're going to pick up the slack for an old man. No. So you can never be expected to pick up the slack for somebody who's way older than you. It's never going to fall on your shoulders. Okay? That's the best thing. And when they mess up, they're supposed to know better because they're older. So you literally have more advantage in a marriage if you're married to someone older or less attractive. You got way more advantage. Mhm. Mhm. So I'm saying get an old man if you want to ease your life. You said older men are better for paying for everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Okay. So so young women, let me tell y'all about young women. Young women who haven't had children yet or are still very young. When y'all think about men, this is the difference between older women and younger women. When y'all think about men, you just think about sex. That's all y'all think about. Laying with him, holding his hand out, walking in public with him, showing him off, and sleeping with him. That is fine if you're a teenager in college. But when it comes to the real world, you got to put that to the side because that's not all he's for. He's for being a provider, a good husband, and a good father that is going to take care of you and the children for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter how he performs in the bed. Because after a while, after a couple of years of marriage anyway, you ain't gonna be wanting to roll around in the bed with him 3, 4 times a day no more anyway. Okay? It's gonna become boring and routine, and you're gonna be mad because you picked somebody that ain't got no money. Tell the married women, tell these young girls what it turns into. Now, that bank account don't don't get boring though. Them luxury vehicles and that house don't get boring. Them vacations don't get boring though. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to think about this. If y'all are young, that's for teenage and early 20 relationships. You don't base a marriage on that. You don't base dealing with a man long term on that, because that's going to turn into 2 minutes after a few more years. Okay? So you better base it on more than that, because you will be no different than a man if you only base your relationship on sex. Okay? A lot of women that are young, I understand, because y'all are young, hot in the pants. That's why you don't marry nobody until you like 25 and up, when you're cooled down a little bit and you got your mind on right and you know the difference between luxury, dust, provider, you know all the difference. Your brain is done developing and you know what's what, then you make a better decision, because you're not basing it on how a man can roll around with you in the bed. You're basing on how, he can provide for you, give you your dream house, your dream car, move you wherever you need to go, take you on vacations where you want to go, provide for your kids and whatnot, have kids that he's going to be able to provide for, whatever, whichever way. Not going to be worried about his peen. You're going to be worried about his money and how he treats you. Okay. So y'all have to mature enough to understand that when you choose somebody and you choose a provider, you're not choosing his peen, you're choosing his money and his lifestyle. Okay. All right. College guys, paying for dates is not a provider. Yeah, in training. But whose money was it? Their mama's money? Can they pay for a vacation? Can they pay your car note? Like that's the difference. But if you're in college, you're supposed to be having fun anyway. So it's okay. But when you get to the age where you're trying to consider dating seriously for long-term relationships or marriage, you got to date for lifestyle. Okay. In your college, have fun, girl. Just protect yourself. Don't get pregnant. What if you never saw a stable relationship growing up? Does it matter? Do you want a stable relationship? Then put that on your list of standards. Okay. Have you ever seen $1 million? Do you want $1 million? Put that on your list of goals. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My older man spent about 100K, but he going through a tight time right now. Well, a man who spends 100K, who's going through a tight time, I don't know your man or whatever, but what I'm saying is, what did you do with that 100K? How was it spent? Was it spent on you specifically or you and him? Like, did he buy you a car? Did he take you on a vacation? Do you have jewelry? Do you have assets to show that 100K? Or was it mutual spending on places that he both got to enjoy as well as you? Because I'm not counting it if he was there. I'm not counting it if his name is on it. You know what I'm saying? So if it's just spent on you, then your man hurting, but you ain't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because now you should be $100,000 richer in assets and experience. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he got it, he can get it again. Tell him you believe in him and you know he gonna come through and get his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just encourage him. Well, I know you'll make it through. You're smart. You'll figure it out. And if he don't, on to the next, ma'am. He should figure it out. If he did it before, he can do it again. How do you make him pay for lying about his age he doesn't know I know yet? Well, save it until you need it. Save that. Bust him on that when you need it. Don't do it now. Wait till you do something real bad that you don't think he's going to forgive you for, or wait till you mess up. And then when he starts getting at you and start being mad at you, that's when you bring it out, ma'am. That's when you bring it out. When you need it, ma'am. Keep that as your backup for when you mess up. Learn how to save stuff, put in your pocket, ma'am. Okay. So if he says, why didn't you answer your call? And well, I gave you this much money and you already spent it real quick. And now you're not answering your phone. And da 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 da. I'll be like, I don't trust you. And you're sitting over here giving me the third degree when you literally lied about your age. I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know how I feel about this. You're such and such years old, and I can't believe you would tell me such a story. I knew something. I just wanted to see what else you were lying about, and I was upset. See, save it for when you need it, girl. When you was out with that other man and you almost got busted, save it. Use it, flip it, and then get a gift out of it. If you're smart, you got to save up stuff. Then you can throw it in his face and make him buy you a gift for lying to you. Oh, honey, 88, sprinkle, meeting a potential provider. You're scared your main provider will find out how to deal with the stress of getting caught. He don't provide 100%. He cheats. That's why I'm meeting a girl. First of all, if he cheat and don't provide 100%, you shouldn't be worried about losing him at all. Okay. Number 2, if you're going to date someone, go to the other side of town. Okay. There you go. And the only way you're literally going to get caught is if he goes to the same exact place. Sprinkle. Wear a wig then, girl. Get in disguise. All right. What do I do if a dusty won't leave me alone and is trying to get between me and my provider? Just tell him you're pregnant. Lie, baby, lie. Say I'm pregnant by my provider. We gonna have a baby. He'll leave you alone quick, fast, and in a hurry. Sprinkle. Just gotta lie. Dusty will be out quick. You won't even hear from him no more. All right. You ever want to see somebody disappear quick, fast, and in a hurry? Tell him you're pregnant, especially if he dusty and broke. Tell him you're pregnant by another man. Okay. You said you want to network with the upper echelon and want to befriend a rich student. Well, go do that, man. Go do that. Go do all the bougie student activities that the rich kids do and make some friends. I don't know. All right. You say you just found out you can get a fake pregnancy test. Yes, you can, Miss Gabrielle. Yes, you can. Girl, just tell the Dusty you're pregnant by another man. That's all you gotta do. She's like, I'm pregnant. That's why I'm with him. Bye. And when the baby don't come, oh, yeah, well, wasn't meant to be. Oh, honey, 88. Thank you. Just lie. All you gotta do is lie. He's Dusty anyway. Is it okay to never want to marry? It sure is. You can date as long as you want. Deal with men as long as you want. You don't got to marry one, or you don't have to deal with them at all. There's women that are single but are never lonely. There are women who are single but got a date every night. You got a companion. You got a whatever. You don't have to marry. They got all their bills paid too. Okay. But why do men never scream karma when they get cheated on? Because they don't believe in it, man. Sprinkle. This is why I can't really take boyfriend-girlfriend relationship too seriously. Exactly. You don't the only relationship you should really take seriously is the one you have with yourself, because that is going to determine every relationship that you have. How you treat yourself determines on how other people will treat you in a relationship. So, your relationship with yourself is the most important, because it's going to teach people how to treat you, how to relate to you, and it's going to also have your boundaries and your standards. So that's why you have to treat yourself the way you want to be treated by other people. If you don't give yourself the best, other people aren't going to think you deserve the best. If you don't expect the best of people, people aren't going to give you their best. Period. If you say, "Oh, I'll pay this time," they're going to ask you to pay again. If you bend your standards, they're going to ask you to bend them again, because you did it for before. Why not do it again? You're teaching people who you are and how to treat you. If you say, "I'm sorry, I don't bend my standards," they will never ask you to bend them again, and if they can't reach them, they'll just leave you alone instead of trying to get you to do something that they know you're not going to do. So treat yourself the same way, and your relationships will improve the better you treat yourself. That's just real. Like, the better I treat myself, either that person has to treat me the same or better, or I'm not going to be talking to them, or I'm not going to be dealing with them. Okay? Because if I treat myself a certain way, that's the bare minimum. You got to do the same or better. What if a provider put a tracker in your car? Well, drive it around and go to parking lots where there's several places, or go park it at the gym and take an Uber somewhere. I don't know, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Destiny. Appreciate you. Girl, park it at the gym. Say you're going to work out, and then catch an Uber wherever you're going, or get somebody to pick you up. Thank you, Les. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for being. Oh, for the super chat, I appreciate you. Y'all gotta learn how to think. Okay, Destiny says, "Thank you, girl. Thank you, Brittany." Someone says, "Put it on a U-Haul." Provider wants to take you to a golf course and buy me clothes nice that they have dress code, but I want my own gift, not for golf. Okay. So that man is lonely. He wants a golfing partner. He wants to show you off to his golf buddies. So you have to tell him, "Okay, but only if you give me that too." Now he got to buy you double. You got to buy you golf stuff and the gift that you want in order to be his golf partner. Say, "Oh my God, that sounds so fun. That's so sweet of you to give me that golf stuff. Are you also getting me this thing too?" Girl, you need to be wearing this Whole Cosmetics liquid finesse when you ask that. That'll make them say yes. Ask them in person though. Be like, "Link is in the description for these pheromones. This liquid finesse literally will finesse him into saying yes to both gifts, ma'am." So it worked. So when you ask him, it's like, "Oh my God, golf sounds so fun. It's going to be so fun. Do I still get the such and such too?" Because, I'm doing that for you. So make it seem like you're doing that for him and that you still want what you want. Thank you, Miss Aurora. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Liana. Sent me a Cash App. I appreciate you. Says, "For I love you, Shera." Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's so sweet. Thank you, girl. Oh, Les West LA. You're 25, he's 35. We went on 2 dates. Third just went to Santa Barbara, 2 days, everything paid for. Is it Pickmiesha to offer comedy show 4th date on me? Girl, it's very Pickmiesha. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't ever pay for a grown man unless he's your son and it is his birthday, or you're just trying to be nice to him. That man didn't come out your body. He's not a young family member. Then no, that is Pickmiesha. Why would it, unless you're ugly and think that you're trying to keep a man by offering him something nice so that he'll think you're different from the other chicks, you're not a challenge anymore, ma'am. You're taking the challenge out of it. Now you're trying to impress him, and his job is over. You'd never offer to pay for a man, okay? Unless you're ugly. And that's the only way you're gonna keep him around just a little bit longer. If you ain't ugly, you don't ever offer to pay for no man, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Aurora. But yes, it is very Pickmiesha if you offer to pay for a man comedy show. Comedy? Oh, let's go to the comedy show. I'll pay. That is super Pickmiesha, ma'am. Please don't do it. I beg you. Don't do it, ma'am. Don't do it. Fight the urge to be a Pickmiesha. Fight the urge. Don't offer him nothing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Mars K, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to forgive yourself for being with a dusty. You date for lifestyle now for my future. Okay, why do you need to forgive yourself? You're already moved on, so who cares? It was just a mistake. Do you forgive yourself for pooping in your diaper as a child before you were potty trained? Then why do you care? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You live and you learn. As long as you learn, that's all that really matters. Do you sit around and think about the time when you were a baby and you pooped yourself in a diaper? You know, no, you don't. You just say, okay, well, I'm glad I learned to use the toilet. Okay, you better be glad you learned how to level up and date for lifestyle. There's no reason in looking back when you can't do nothing about it. Okay. Do you think getting a man's name tattooed is Pickmiesha? Oh my goodness. Is it your child's name? Does the name mean something else besides his name? Like, then yes, it's Pickmiesha. Are y'all married? Mm-mm. It's kind of ratchet too. What if that man don't want you in 2 weeks? What you gonna do then? Feel stupid and dumb? Somebody says bad luck. It's very Pickmiesha. Okay. Oh, Vanessa, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all know what Pickmiesha is. Y'all don't have to ask me what being a Pickmiesha is. Anything that make y'all look desperate. That's what being a Pickmiesha is. How do you not feel bad for being spent on? Because I'm a woman. Who else he gonna spend on? Another man? Who wouldn't want to spend on me? Then they don't need to be with me. They can eat by themselves or they can go get a man or a Pickmiesha. But I don't feel bad for it. Shoot, my company is worth way more than a meal. My company is worth way more than some bills. If you don't believe me, watch me say, okay, well then bye and don't call me no more. Watch how they act. Okay? If you don't believe your company is worth being spent on, tell them you're leaving and see how stupid they act. You say you feel guilty because you've been trained that you're not valuable. You've been trained to give more than you receive. You've been trained to be a Pickmiesha. I don't feel guilty because I don't deal with broke men. If you're dealing with broke men, that's why you feel guilty. If you got a man who makes money all day, every day, and ain't gonna run out, you don't feel guilty. Y'all need to step up your standards and start dating providers. That's why I don't feel guilty, because what am I gonna feel guilty for? He got money. I ain't dating nothing broke. So why would I feel guilty? Y'all need to stop dating these broke men and y'all won't feel guilty for spending. That's like you got one roll of toilet paper in your bathroom and that's all you got is one roll. You gonna feel guilty if you use 2 pieces of toilet paper. But if you got one of them giant rolls from Costco and them giant toilet paper packs from Costco, you gonna use all the toilet paper you want and not feel guilty about a thing, right? So if you're treating your dates like you only got one roll of toilet paper, you dating the wrong one. He broke. Do better. I always say, don't take no money from no dusty. So you feel guilty because your man broke. Go get a different man that's not broke. Go get a side piece that's not broke, man. Then you won't feel guilty at all. You'll feel good. You'll feel worthy. You'll feel happy. You'll feel provided for. You'll feel worth it. Your self-esteem will soar because this man is spending lots of money on you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Girl, look at the description bar in the video. First link. Oh, and use my code SHERA to get a little discount for the pheromones. My code is just all caps SHERA. And it's the first link in my description bar. You'll save some money. Okay. You pre-ordered your, okay. Pressing him. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the stuff you're going to have to pre-order or you can buy whatever's in stock. But a lot of the pheromones sell out super fast because they work so good and people are reordering second batches, third batches, or whatever. Okay. Pickmiesha, it's time for you to change your ways. Either level up, but don't try to bring everybody down with you, ma'am. Uh-oh. Ducana, sprinkle, sprinkle, basic standards a new level up woman should have. What do you mean a new level up woman? Don't date nothing broke. If they not paying, they not staying. The man is there to impress you, not the other way around. You already impressed them when they approached you and asked you for that number. Okay. You don't pay for nothing on no dates, and you expect and treat them as a provider only. They start talking dusty, you dismiss them and never go back again. You don't bring nothing to the table. Period. That's it, ma'am. You don't do more. In fact, they're there literally to court and cater to you. Otherwise, it ain't happening. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can use perfume at the same time as your pheromones. Yes, I layer it. It's not. Sometimes I wear it by myself. I mean, by itself. But sometimes I layer it with perfume too. I find that it works best if sprayed on after the perfume, right before you encounter who you're trying to encounter. So like you spray on your normal perfume, then right before you encounter the person or the people that you're trying to encounter, spray it on. So it's fresh. I put it behind my ear, on my neck, on my wrist, on my hands, and in my hair, and a little bit on my clothes. And then enters the place or whoever you're meeting, you know. There's smaller bottles of the liquid finesse that you can carry in your purse too. This is the big bottle. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Rose, sprinkle, sprinkle. Could you tell your main provider I'm seeing others because he doesn't? Why would you tell them that? I wouldn't tell them nothing. That's none of their business. Their business is to make sure you got what you need, ma'am. The jealousy doesn't help. Just get money from both, ma'am. Let me tell y'all women something. Thank you for the donation, Rose. But by telling someone that you got something else makes them seem irrelevant and they're not going to help you as much. What you need to do is look like you can get another one, act like you can get another one, be busy like you might have another one, but you never tell them. Let them wonder. The most powerful thing that you have is the imagination. The most powerful thing you control is what that man is imagining, not what is. Because he's going to give you the benefit of the doubt because of his ego. Oh, she can't be with another man. I'm doing all these things for her. But meanwhile, you're out getting another bag, a whole entire other bag, and having everything you want, and still having this man provide, and the other one, and another one if you're that good. Okay? Don't ever tell them. Let them just imagine, and then let them doubt, and then let them imagine, and then let them say, no, that can't be, or, don't ever, ever tell them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your goal is not to make them jealous. Your goal is to make yourself more valuable by having and looking like you have options. Drive them nuts, basically. Yeah, they don't know what you're doing. And that's the way that you get them to continuously think about you, by not telling them a thing. You said the goal is to make yourself the prize in every possible way. Exactly. Never tell them too much. Make them work for just information. It's like, oh, bye. I'll be back later. I miss you. Don't say where you're going. Don't ask them if they want anything. That's doing too much. What you've just told them is, I am leaving. You don't know where I'm going, and I will be back later. Do you know how much the imagination can wander? Do you know how longer they're going to think about you if they have less details about what you're doing and where you're going? Okay, then. If you give them a whole list of places you're going and details and what time you're coming back, and you're also going to bring them something, they don't even worry about you. They don't worry if you're going to run into another man, if you're going to go meet another man, if you're going to be out with your friends and, having a drink. They don't know what your plans are. So they're going to be thinking about you most of the time because you didn't give them a choice. So you ladies that leave your house and tell your man everything you're doing, you're taking the mystery out of everything. Now, a lot of women will lie and tell a man where they're going so that the man doesn't worry, so they can get away with doing what they're doing. But if you're not doing anything, or if you are doing anything, the best way to keep yourself on a man's mind is not to tell him too much at all. Okay, what if they ask? It's like, oh, I don't know yet. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back later. Close enough. So he said, so post on Instagram stories less, or post after you've already done what you got to do, or post on a whole alias Instagram they don't have. You said men cannot be friends with women. They always want more. Only if you're not really their type. And if your standards are way too high, you can friend zone them. But I believe like men and women can be friends if the standards are totally different. That's the only way. That's the only way. Like, if you require this, I would never date or deal with a man that doesn't have A, B, C, and D. That's like, would you be friends with a dusty that you would never ever deal with? You can be friends with a dusty if you know that's not your type. You're not gonna deal with him. You ain't gonna be seen out in public with him. You can't even do nothing with him. Da da da. Or if there's someone who's like outside of your, comfort zone with height, weight, or whatever, they're not targets. So, but if they have 3 out of the 5 that you like, 3 out of the 5 standards that you like, of course, you're not going to be focused on being their friend. So if you're going to be friends with somebody, you got to be totally unattracted to them in almost every way. Okay. You said how to make friends outside. What to say? Girl, I'm not trying to go around and make friends. Mm. Oh, Melissa, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to level up on my figure? I can't afford surgery. Any advice on it? Girl, all you got to do is go get you some Ozempic or something. That's sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody said Pilates, gym, Ozempic, girl. They got all the things now. Or the other shots. I don't know. Just go do something. There's too many options out here now. Someone said 12,000 calories and take a multivitamin. Okay. I don't do consultations anymore. Because I'm going to tell y'all the same thing as I tell y'all on here. The closest you can get is to join my Patreon tier 3 and up and write me a message and I'll answer you back within that same week. Privately. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said eat healthy and go to the gym. Girl, just take the shortcut, get Ozempic. Or them other shots they be giving. Girl, just go do something. You don't need no surgery, girl. You don't need no surgery. You said you don't want Ozempic face. What do you think of these men that want women to settle for a walk on the first date? I think that you should tell them that you're going to be there and you don't show up. And they'll be walking alone and get the picture. Like, honestly, sometimes y'all need to teach them dudes a lesson. It's like, sure, I'll be there with time. Then when you don't show up, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I had dinner plans for tonight with somebody else. Bye. Oh, Judy, sprinkle, sprinkle, 18, want a boyfriend around my age, advice. Girl, you 18. That should be very easy. Level up your looks and you can probably get whatever man. You're young. Just look good, ma'am. That's all you got to do. Look good. Men aren't that complex. Make sure you look good. That's it. Look good. You won't have a problem. Yes, tell that man you'll be there and then get your acting skills together when you don't show up and he calls you. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I have dinner plans tonight. Is there any way that we can postpone this walk? Yeah, I kind of have dinner plans. Well, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, I have dinner plans tomorrow too. Well, what are you doing Thursday? Oh, I'm gonna go have drinks with my friends. Then he's gonna understand that you ain't finna go walk around no park. Period. Just keep telling him you got plans to go out to dinner or drinks and with friends or don't even say with friends. Say drinks or with friends. If he tries to invite himself, it's like, oh, I'd like to meet your friends. Like, oh no, it's all girls. Don't tell him where you're going. This means you like to go out. You ain't finna be seen walking around the park with no dude. And if he want to date you, he gonna have to do something different. Mm-mm-mm. What do you think about a viral video of the woman who took a flight to Houston and he canceled on her to go on a guy's trip when the woman called about what the heck did he do? What the heck he did him and his boys? Okay. First of all, she was dumb anyway for flying out to a grown man. He should have flown out to her. Second of all, how desperate do you have to be to go fly out to someone? That's Pickmiesha. Men don't like women that come to them. If you want a man to respect you, be a challenge, man. That's what I think about that. You gonna fly all the way out to somebody? You don't love yourself. I'm not flying out to nobody unless they got a private jet and they send it for me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, that's her fault for being a Pickmiesha. And I'm sorry, but maybe if people have to learn. Uh-oh, she Shaq. Hold on, sprinkle, sprinkle. Just have one friend I think about it who will be my bridesmaids. Girl, I only had one bridesmaid. My sister. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I could have had more because I actually had friends back then. But I didn't want too many people. Like I'm not a people person. I don't like a bunch of people. Just the less the better, you know? So just have like one or two, ma'am. Use your family, use your cousins. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Because think about this. Let me tell y'all something. I know people that have bridesmaids who were all up in the wedding pictures and then they fell out. They weren't their friends anymore. And you got to go look in your wedding pictures and see all these women you don't like no more. Girl, just use your family. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what they for. Okay. I've seen these ads for like Photoshop where they were taking bridesmaids out of the pictures because they'd mess with them no more. They should redo their whole wedding out without certain people. Okay. Mm-hmm. What do I tell my best friend that is hurting because of a dusty? Tell her she's a Pickmiesha. Sometimes best friends need tough love. And if you don't tell her, who else will, man? Or just send her a video. One of my videos. You a Pickmiesha. You dealing with a dusty. Do better. It's your fault. It's her fault she hurts because she chose the dusty. Okay? So she can't blame the dusty. The dusty was just going to be a dusty. All right? She has to choose better. She got to learn to let go of the dust, level herself up, and start dating providers. How to handle ghosting. It will run and you will run into him again. Act like you forgot about him. Totally. Like, oh, hey, how you been? Great. Act like you don't, it's not a big deal at all. Back in, y'all, this whole ghosting term is so silly to me. Back in the old days, we used to ghost people all the time. It was like normal. Like, we didn't call you no more and we saw you out at the bar or the club, we just act like, some stuff happened or They'll act like they're brand new again. It didn't phase us back in the old days. We didn't have all the Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, so we couldn't see him every day and what he was doing and why he's ghosting me. Girl, they don't call you no more. You'll see him again at the bar in maybe a couple of months, looking better than ever with a whole nother man with more money. Okay, we didn't care about no ghosting back in the old days. Back in the old days, you ghost somebody, it's because you went broke or you lost your job. That was the only reason why people would ghost, or your wife came back or whatever. Your baby mama found out she was pregnant. That's the only reason men used to ghost back in the old days. So we really didn't care because we knew we weren't missing anything. And then they'll feel bad when they see you out in the bar or the club or the lounge or wherever you at, and they'll just buy you some drinks. Try to catch up on old times. Free food, free drinks. It doesn't matter. Use ghosting for what it really is, getting stuff after the fact. You said we had a rotary phone, Ike. It sure did. Anyway. Yeah, if someone ghosts you, just don't be looking at their social media all day. That's being desperate. No one cares. If he's not about you, then you ain't about him, ma'am. Like, remember, you have to have a good relationship with yourself first. You got to put yourself first. You got to love yourself enough to not worry about what somebody else is doing who doesn't even value you. They don't even count. Okay? It's a level to this. So, for example, if someone chooses to ghost you and you say, okay, well, they didn't see the value in me. Obviously, they missed something. Great. Now I have the opportunity to deal with somebody that's better or with more money and move on. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men are getting so desperate for the prettier women, they fake rich to get one. One guy tried that on me. I just ghosted because I found out he was on Section 8. Yeah, when a woman finds out you really broke or you ain't got what you say you got, she be gone in a second to go get the real thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, these women out here are a little different. They be Googling, Google Earthing your address, your house, looking to see where you really live, what kind of car parked outside. They know you lying. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said rich men walk different. They sure do. Your boyfriend pays all my bills and buys me everything I want, but he's smoking weed every day and becomes aggressive when he don't. Okay. Like, what should I do? Break up, girl. That's one thing I couldn't do. If you have to smoke weed every day, then I mean, unless you Snoop Dogg and you immune to the weed, no, I got to go. And that's like a dusty habit. So I wouldn't want to be with them anyway. Everything gonna smell like weed, your hair, your wigs, your clothes. You're gonna walk around smelling like a skunk all the time. Goodbye. You said even Snoop Dogg quit? Girl, I don't know. But either way, I'm not getting ready to be on that level of dustiness. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you walked out on a date because he said, actually, I'm not a neurosurgeon anymore. He was in his 30s, girl. Yeah, goodbye. You said, plus he's aggressive. Never date a man who's aggressive. I thought we was Yeah, so he's addicted. Yeah, you don't want to deal with that. What ladies, weed is low value for real. Exactly, girl. What the heck? Um, most of your advice is timeless. Thank you, Judith. Anyway, not dealing with nobody that need all that to survive every day. Oh, Maggie, sprinkle, sprinkle. Any tips specifically on for single moms? It depends on how old your children are and if you have a support system around you. I don't believe that all single women should tell the men that they're dating like right away that they have children, unless they're never going to meet them, so it doesn't matter. Um, because it's going to change the way that they look at you. You let them fall for you first, right on time. Then you let them know once you realize they got enough money to handle it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do I think smoking weed is a ratchet habit? If you ask me, if you're not in the entertainment industry and you don't need weed to get up on the stage and do your thing, for normal, regular people, I think it is. I think it's low ratchet for normal, regular people. So there, you're gonna in the entertainment industry, people do what they do, whatever, whatever. I don't care, whatever. I'm not in that industry. But what every day, like if you got a job, a wife and kids and you got to smoke weed, or if you're a mother and you got kids, and or if you're a single person and don't have no kids but you got to smoke weed to feel like something. No, I don't think depending on a substance is good. I think it is a little ratchet, because what if you meet a man who's like rich and classy and then you say I gotta smoke weed, or you smell like a skunk? It's gonna clash. Oh, boast blog, sprinkle, sprinkle. I think doing it every now and then with your friends, maybe like once out of like for in a blue moon, just for recreational purposes, it's okay. But like if you do it, if you have to have it every day, it's ratchet. I'm just saying, unless you got that glaucoma. Okay. All right. The ones that say they can't eat unless they smoke give me crackhead vibes. Oh, well, I don't hang around those type of people, so I don't know. hmm Now, there are going to be different walks of life, different types of people, different habits, whatever, whatever. But that's not who I, hang around. So I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Here's my thing. You got to be high on life, high on his bank account, high on shopping, high on spending, man, high on spa treatments, high on self care. Get high on that, man. High on vacations, high on exotic oils and lotions. Girl, that's what I be getting high on. High on online shopping. You know, what do I need some weed for? I'm already happy. Now, if you need a CBD gummy to go to sleep sometimes, that's okay, you know? But when you're happy in life and you got everything, you don't need no weed. Girl, get high on life, baby. You'll never need to smoke again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get high on luxury. Exactly. Joshua says, get high on luxury. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you. You spent $1,300 at Sephora. I know you feel high after that, man. You say, oh, I got all the good makeup and perfumes and skincare. You're going to be glowing in the dark, girl. All that skincare. That's going to be the next thing. You glow in the dark with this skincare. Okay. Weed only affects how you choose it. That's what all the weed heads say. Weed heads know all the facts about weed, how it affects you. They know all the stuff. You ever want to know something about weed? Ask a weed head. They know everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. See, I don't even know these terms. I don't know. I'm relating more with the lady that spent $1,300 at the Sephora. Okay. People, yeah. Let's talk about shopping. Keep letting him provide and find another one too. Okay, who y'all talking about? Anyway, y'all. Ladies, give up the weed. Y'all too old. Ain't nothing worse to see your grandma, auntie, mama be smoking weed. All right. Mm-hmm. You said a guy stopped paying your rent, ghosted you for 4 months, came back last week and paid this month. I told him he owed $6,000 in backup bills and he ghosted me again. Is he broke? Probably. Or he was in jail. I don't know, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, let me talk to y'all one more time about being too nice. I'm about to go. So, Pickmieshas are usually very nice in the beginning of the relationship, so she can secure her dusty. Okay. She usually lets the dusty talk to her any type of way in the beginning of the relationship until she gets the dusty totally dependent upon her. Dusties know. There's some dusties in here. They're going to start to perk up right now when they hear this. Then she starts acting a little bit more controlling once she starts paying for stuff. Okay. And then she asks, where are you going? Then she try to keep tabs on you. Then she try to give you little jobs to do because you ain't working or whatnot. So a Dusty thinks he's got it made until Pickmiesha stop being nice. Okay. And see, if you are in a Pickmiesha relationship and you are the Pickmiesha, what a Dusty will do is threaten to leave you. And a Pickmiesha's worst nightmare is all her friends and family saying, see, I told you he was going to leave you. And I told you that man was no good and that he was just using you. That's a Pickmiesha's worst nightmare. So Dusty, he got them strings too. This is why Pickmieshas and Dusty stay together so long, because they be pulling each other's strings. The Pickmiesha is so embarrassed and desperate that she lured in the Dusty that she's so afraid to leave him because all her friends and family told her not to date him. So now she has to rebel and keep him and make it look like her man is there to stay. Meanwhile, he's cheating. She's still paying his bills. So her family and her friends don't be laughing at her. because she's a people pleaser and she cares about what other people think. And she don't want to let the dusty go because she don't want her family to say, I told you so. Let me tell you something, Pickmiesha. Your family already know that's not going to work out because he broke. Anybody know that. Everybody know that. They want to see how long you going to stay stupid. We already know it ain't working out. We already know he cheating. We already know he broke. We already know he ain't going to change it. We want to see how long it's going to take you to wake up. So what's more embarrassing is you trying to care about what everybody else says. It's better to hurry up and get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off and say, yeah, you told me so. I'm do better next time. I ain't never dating a dusty again, and move on. Because if you're trying to save face by keeping a dusty around, you looking worse than you would if you were just to let them say, I told you so. Because all they're going to do is say, I wish she would wake up. That man is using her. She's so stupid. Look at that man. He's cheating and da 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 da. Okay? So no matter what, you still gonna look stupid if you're dating a dusty. So you might as well just end it as fast as you can. All right? And stop caring what people think and stop trying to people please everybody. You need to please yourself as far as the type of lifestyle that you continue to live. So Pickmiesha, wake up. Don't nobody care. They already know that's not gonna work out with you and the dusty. They already know. They're just seeing how long you gonna hang on to that false narrative. Okay? Just saying. Y'all being too nice. Just let it go. What do I do if a man asks me what I bring to the table? Ask him what his mama brings to the table. Honestly, I would ask that because I'm never going to talk to him again because I don't care. I'm not trying to people please after that question. It's literally over. If that question ever comes out of a man's mouth, that's literally the last time they ever going to see me. Period. So you can say whatever you want, man. As long as you don't start listing off stuff. You could say another man. You could say what does your mama bring to the table? You could say I don't do potluck. You could pick whatever your farewell words are gonna be. That's what you say. That's the type of man you're dealing with. He dusty. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you bring to the table? Obviously, I have to bring another man because you don't have enough. Mm-hmm. Like, what do I bring to the table? A whole nother man with a bigger paycheck. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. But see, Pickmiesha will just list off her traits and all the things she's going to do for him with no money. You got a broke dusty sitting there talking about what you bring to the table. And she started listing off everything like a fool. Well, I got a good job. I pay my own bills. I cook. I clean. I do what I got to do in our bedroom. I'll braid your hair if you want me to. So all you're doing is telling all these things to a dusty. What you can do for him, and he told you what he cannot do for you because he didn't say nothing. So now that you've listed all the things that you can do, he's going to expect all them things for free, ma'am. Since you're so proud of him, you're going to want to show off your skills or whatever. Oh, you can pay for dinner then. Oh, here go my feet. You can massage them then. Oh, no, thank you. Wraps, pop, sprinkle, sprinkle. What exact lip gloss are you wearing? Name and number. Girl, it's worn off. This is Chanel. It's the second darkest Chanel color in the, I don't know, it's like a lip plumping lipstick by Chanel. I can't remember the name. It's the second darkest one. So y'all go look on the Chanel website. I don't know. I'll try to remember it next time. Can I talk about mama's boys? They have to be super rich for me to ignore the fact that they're a mama's boy, because I'm just gonna be spending their money and doing what I do anyway, and they can go talk to their mama if they need something. Sometimes it's helpful when you don't want to do nothing for them. Well, go ask your mama, or invite their mama over all the time so you don't have to do nothing. Like, oh, why don't you call your mom? That way you don't have to cook. You ain't got to clean because the mama gonna come take over. You're like, oh, your house needs a little sprucing up. Oh, you want me to cook you dinner? Sure, bye. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have fun. Sometimes a mama's boy, just keep their mama around and they'll be fine. You can go do what you gotta do. Now, if they expect you to do what their mama did, then you need to get on the phone with their mama. You're like, hey, this is such and such. Yeah, your son always wanted me to do what you do. This is getting weird. Okay. All right. Wash his clothes how? Okay, I'm writing it down. Yeah, because I'm going to give it to the maid. He's paying for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I got the instructions for the maid. Thank you. Thank you, mother-in-law. Okay. I'm going to give this instructions to the maid on how to wash your clothes. Yeah. He was getting all excited because you was getting the information like he was going to do it. Okay. He said, you're a bad guy. Probably you're going to hate me when you get to know me better. And I said, no, thanks. So thanks for the information. Please excuse yourself. What? He said, I'm a bad guy. Okay, well, whatever that means. They expect women to work 5 jobs and provide because their mama did it. Nope. Thoughts on how long you can think people should wait to have sex in a relationship? Are your bills paid, ma'am? You paying bills? You got a gift? You know what I'm saying? Do you worry about finance? If you get pregnant, can he provide the lifestyle that you want 10 years from now? Right now? I ain't sleeping with nobody unless they already living a luxurious life. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you scope it. You don't sleep with nobody unless they're already in luxury. Because if you mess up, get pregnant, you want to have a baby, then your life should literally get better from sleeping with a man. If your life cannot improve from sleeping with that man, you don't lay down, man. Period. No matter what direction it goes, if you can't improve in all directions, you don't lay down. Period. If you're still working and paying your own bills, you don't lay down. If he hadn't spent thousands upon thousands on you, invested in you, you don't lay down. Now, if y'all are young and in high school and trying to experiment and do all this kind of stuff, look, protect yourself, don't get pregnant, and don't date nothing broke. But if you're a grown woman and you're past all of that childish stuff, if you lay down with a man and your life has not improved before and after you lay down, you don't lay down. Your life must be improved before you lay down and after you get up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Otherwise, what are you doing? They can go lay down with Pickmiesha for free. You ain't got to do that. Because if you say no, they'll go find Pickmiesha, get their temporary rocks off, and come right back to you to try to get yours once again. And they're going to have to prove themselves, invest, and do what they got to do. Like a lot of women, are like, oh, if I don't do that, they're going to go get another. They're going to go get another one anyway. But they'll be right back to you because you're still a challenge. Unless they weren't about the challenge and they were only about that, well, they didn't plan on investing in you anyway. So you're just dodging a bullet. Thank you, Delilah, for this Cash App. For you saved me today. Oh, thank you, girl. So yeah, you don't lay down when nothing broke and nothing that's not going to improve your life. I don't care what phase of the relationship you're in. You should be in the getting money phase, improving of the life phase. He should be paying of the bill phase before he even tries to sleep with you. How to deal with jealous coworkers. Ignore them. I don't deal with them. Play dumb. Ask them a bunch of questions that don't make sense. I don't know. I don't have a job, so I don't know. I mostly worked around men for any type of work that I ever did when I was younger. So I never really ran into that problem. Okay. And when I did run into that problem, I just quit and just, on to the next. I don't like dealing with people that are bothersome. What would you do if a man asked you to convert for him? I would ask him to convert for me. It's like, I think you need to convert to this goddess worship. Just worship me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, they gotta have to convert for me. Sorry. Okay. I would ask him the same exact question. You know what? That's so weird. You say that. I was gonna ask you to convert for me. All right. You said convert his money to your purse. Exactly. Would you convert for me? No, but you can convert for me, baby. How can I do it right this time? Run game on him. Just have high standards. The game will run itself, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just have high standards. The game will run itself, or it will dismiss him if he can't reach them. Get your money. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So to answer the question, I would not be converting to any man's religion unless he had a super church. And I could be the first lady of the super church and be in charge of the building fund. But I will not be converting, ma'am, unless that's part of the job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got a super church? You got that building fund? You got a helicopter? You got a Rolls Royce? You got a Benz? You got a Maybach? You got that super church money? All right. I can lie. Okay, star, sprinkle, sprinkle. Is dress up happy hour is too obvious. Seems errands, casual works better. Yeah, but not sure. It's because, girl, just go to all of it. And it's a numbers game, girl. Just go all of it. Go to all of it. You got the time, do it all. Go to happy hour, go run errands, keep a change of clothes, ma'am. That way you could just switch out. All right. Mm-hmm. You said you gave him a kiss on the cheek on our first date, right before we parted ways. He paid for our meal and took me shopping. Was my action okay? Sure. It means you appreciated it. And you're not afraid to show him affection. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, he said, George says, or Jorge says, how to become a baby mama show. Well, why are you watching it, Jorge? You trying to be a baby mama too? Can you get pregnant, sir, ma'am? Then why you watching? You watching because you too broke to take a woman out? You ain't got no money? Are you watching because everybody turned you down for that walk around the park that's all you could afford? Why are you watching? Is Pickmiesha at work on her second shift? You got some free time on her free Wi-Fi? I don't know. Better worry about your own household, sir. The one you're not providing for, obviously. You better go try to feel manly somewhere else. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably can't do that at your house because Pickmiesha probably pays the bills. Sorry, it's not happening over here either. Try again somewhere else. Maybe perhaps another Pickmiesha that doesn't know you yet. Okay. How to try to feel like a man in the comments because your woman runs the household. That's okay, Jorge. Many dusties have been where you are. Either you got to get up and do better or stay there with Pickmiesha and continuously get emasculated on a daily basis. Either way, you're not going to be looked at as a real man over here either. Okay. We see straight through that mess. Okay. But, welcome. Thanks for helping the algorithm. Hit the like button. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Men who comment on here need to go make some money. Exactly. Like, of all the money-making videos you could be watching, all the self-help money-making videos y'all could be watching, y'all come over here. Obviously, you need the attention of a woman that you cannot afford. So, let me give you some hints, tips, and clues. Go get a job, get your money up. Dump Pickmiesha and go get the woman you actually want because you can work up to your highest potential and afford her one day. Okay? That way, you won't have to feel sorry for yourself and go look for attention in women's comments who would never date you. I definitely feel that that's a solution, And you don't have to spend your time being mad at women because they won't pay attention to you because, if you have some money, they're going to like you regardless. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at your wallet, sir. Be mad at your bank account. Be mad at your unreached potential. But you ain't mad at us. We the prize, baby. Go take that energy and put it towards getting some money. That's what makes you a man. Learn how to use the energy in the right way. Okay? Go put it towards something productive, something that can create. Go put it towards something that can turn you from a dusty into a provider. That's where you need to be putting your energy. Not over here. We don't care. You ain't got no money. Okay? Okay. Anyway. Somebody got to tell them dusties. They ain't listening to the male role models that's out there for them. They skipping right past that. Because they already feel emasculated enough. It's, everywhere you go, somebody going to tell you about yourself. Until you get it right. Okay? Everywhere you go, somebody going to tell you, you dusty. You need to level up. You need to reach your potential. Stop being mad at women. You just mad at yourself because you broke. We the prize, sir. There ain't no way you over here trying to argue with a grown woman and you supposed to be a grown, able-bodied provider. Goodbye. Okay. How to get the man you'll hate. I don't hate men. I like all their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't nobody hate men. They just hate broke men, broke dusties. Change your status. They hate men who make excuses. They hate men that can't provide but want to act like they want a submissive woman. They hate men who try to talk trash about women but can't even afford a woman. Okay? They hate your actions. They don't hate you. They hate your dustiness. But let me tell you the good news, sir. Dusty is a temporary situation. And you don't have to stay dusty forever. You can get up out of there. Like, if you want to start today and start right now, click off this video and type in How to Make Money, Side Hustles, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Go watch all of those things and apply the knowledge over there, because you can't really get any knowledge over here because nobody wants you. You're not the target. Once you become the target, you won't have time to be watching my video. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You won't have time to watch my videos when you're the target, sir. You'll either be on vacation with the actual woman you actually want already, or you'll be too busy making money. But you won't be over here. So when you get there, because I have faith that you'll get there, you can come back and sprinkle me with some money later. Like, you know what? I was a dusty one time and I was on this channel and this lady told me for real what I had to do and I went and did it. And now I'm not dusty anymore, thanks to SheRaSeven. All right, go do that, because there ain't nothing else for you over here. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, somebody got to tell them. He trolls to feel better about his incompetence. We already know that. That's obvious. Like that's common sense and knowledge these days. Thank you for typing it out so he can read it and reinforcing what I'm saying. But everyone knows this now. It's not a big deal anymore. So maybe he's too young to realize it. We don't know. Okay. What are women gender roles you agree with? Getting money from the man, being the prize, looking cute, sprinkle, sprinkle, doing what she want to do. That's the only gender role a woman should have. If she has some kids by you, make sure you got some money. I don't know. It's possible to be mean to men while also being nice and kind. I usually try to stay calm, even I get angry. Is it Pickmiesha? You got to keep your mind on the money, not the man's actions. If the actions don't meet what he's saying, then you just dismiss them. You don't get angry. You just get the other one. You just think, oh, okay, well, you're not ready for me yet. I'll talk to you later, or, I'm busy, and then go talk to another one. You can't get mad and go off the handle all the time. I mean, especially if you ain't married to that person, because it just makes you look crazy. The best thing to do in that case is to figure out how to get money out of the situation. This will calm you down, because you're going to have to be calm to think. You're going to have to be calm to strategize. You're going to have to be calm to come up with a way to get paid off of your anger and what he did. So that's why I always tell women, don't get angry, get paid. Okay? So the best way to calm down from anger is to figure out, how do I get paid off this situation? Then you'll have some time. You'll go and think, how am I going to get paid off? What would SheRa do? How would SheRa get paid from this situation? This will calm you down long enough to figure out how to get money out of it. and from doing something stupid and overreacting. Instead, you leave with money or gifts or whatever you want instead of leaving looking stupid. Okay, so you said, show my man if he's real. Man, somebody want to know if you're real. Jorge, whatever your name is. Reach your potential and show that you are a real man. Okay. He always trying to find somebody else's real man. If you can't look in the mirror and find a real man, that's your problem. Go get some money. How to reverse power dynamic. I've been on my feminine energy and now my husband thinks he can control me. Stop doing everything. Totally stop doing everything. Say, I'm done. Girl, he will switch up so quick. 80, sprinkle. Stop doing everything. Stop caring. Cut it off just like you cut it on. And tell him, I'm not doing anything anymore right now. I'm very tired and I need to figure some things out. Just say that. And he says, oh, can you do this for me? No, I'm busy. Can you do that for me? Nope. Or tell him yes and then don't do it. Oh, sure, I got it, honey. Don't worry about it. Oh, you do my laundry today? Sure, I'll do it. When he come home, laundry's still there. Why didn't you do the laundry? I guess I forgot. You want me to hire some maids? That's how I am. Just don't do it. Stop doing it. Say you're going to do it. When you don't do it, he asks you about it. Suggest maids. Literally. Don't be the help. Be helpful in suggesting some maids. Okay. Jorge, do you want to know who my man is so he can give you some lessons on manhood or something? Like you looking for a father figure? He is a little older. We won't be able to adopt you, sir. You're too old. Dust yourself off and try again. Go back out there and try again. How do you know if you're ready for a relationship? If you're emotionally stable, you know what you want, and you have standards. And you're not going to bend them. Uh-oh, Kira, sprinkle. What if he's a provider but unable to meet my emotional needs and gets upset when I point it out? Men aren't as emotional as women sometimes, and they can't always meet your emotional needs. That's why you need to get an emotional support animal. Usually in relationships, women usually have a pet or a child to nurture so they don't look for it from a man that's supposed to be out getting money to provide. Now, if he can't match you emotionally, that's why he makes money, because his strong point is earning. Okay. So he's not equipped to match you emotionally because his strong point is earning. Get the money, get you emotional support pet, or get you a friend, or call your mama. Because I really don't care. Like, honestly, I really don't care about connecting emotionally with someone that's not going to understand me emotionally anyway. So I'm just better off collecting their money. Sprinkle. I'm just telling you. Okay. Jorge, I'm gonna call your Pickmiesha. I know she on her second shift. Pickmiesha, come get your man out the comments. He acting like you ain't paying all the bills. She said she finna come home on her break and the house better be clean. Sprinkle. Uh-oh, Evan. Hi, Shira. You live in Houston, and River Oaks is a nice enough area to run my errands, or should I go to the suburb? River Oaks is good because there's a lot of single people that live over there, and old money too. Because there's lots of, like, there's high rises, there's old money, there's old mansions, there's townhomes. So I think it's a good area. That area is really good, and also like surrounding areas that are like rich, but don't I think suburbs are okay, but you're going to probably run into more married men there. All right. Pickmiesha says she's going to be a home on her break, and that house bet be clean. What if he has a provider? What if he was a provider narcissist, but only bills? Huh? I don't care about no narcissist. Them bills paid? I don't care. I'm not falling for the okie doke. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Show your man. Show your money. Why do people want to see my man? Just if you become a member on the channel, which I'm sure you can't afford, Jorge, there are so many videos with James in there. You can watch them until you fall asleep. Okay? Just become a member and you can see my man. That even costs, sir. You think I'm gonna cater to some broke dusty for free? Become a member and watch the videos. Okay. I'm finna get a bunch of members now. Watch. They said show your mattress, Jorge. His air mattress. Okay. What if he paid bills and what? Takes great care of you but wants to be controlling? Then he need a pet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The best thing to do is if he wants to control something, get him a dog or a puppy and tell him, I bought you a puppy. Now you can tell him to sit, stay, and roll over. And he's yours to train. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're to buy him a puppy. Buy him Jorge, I know you, man. You over emotional. You've been eating too many chicken wings. Your estrogen level is high. But Pickmiesha was serious. She said that house better be clean when she get home for her break on her second shift. Lay off the chicken wings, sir. You won't be so emotional. Y'all know they pump all them chicken wings with hormones and y'all sitting there eating them, wondering why you crying and your man boobs is tender because you eating too much estrogen. Okay. Yes, calm down, sir. It's going to be okay. Go do some ice packs. Okay. How do I get him to commit to me? You don't. A man should want you to commit to him, baby. You shouldn't be the one chasing him down. He should be the one chasing you down. Okay. Best way to get a man to want to commit to you is to act like you don't want to commit to him. Go out by yourself a lot. Go do stuff. Go run errands. Go look like you got plenty options. Act like he's not the prize at all. Okay? Because he shouldn't be the prize. He should be worried about how to get you to commit, ma'am. Why doesn't he want you to commit? Is he too young? Does he even want commitment from any woman? You know, when you're all dealing with these young guys, they don't want commitment. They want commitment when they're old and feel like you're the best option that they can get after all the years of searching. So if they're not there yet, that's why you date older men. It's easier to get an older man to commit because they've been there and they've done it all and they see, okay, well, this is good. I want her. You see, when you get a young man, they haven't experienced life enough yet. They don't know what else is out there. They don't know if you're the best. They don't know if you're great compared to other women, and they want to find out. So therefore, if you're going to be dealing with a younger man, you can't really get them to commit. They don't want to commit. They want to see what's out there. That's why I tell y'all to date older men. They're faster to commit because they've already been there and they know what's out there. But I'm not going to tell you how to get a young man to commit to you because it's not going to be a real commitment. They're just going to lie to you, tell you what you need to hear, and still go out and cheat. What is ghosting in the time? I don't even know what that means. I think you had a typo. Sprinkle, sprinkle, E4. But What's considered ghosting? The time frame. Okay. In my definition, ghosting means they don't talk to you for like a week. I'll say give it a good week. If they don't talk to you for a week, they don't want to talk to you no more. Their girlfriend came back, their wife came back, they went to jail, they found someone better, or they think someone better. And then when it doesn't work out, then they call you back. And that's when you have higher standards this time, way higher, to even deal with them again. Like if they say, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Just chilling." "Well, do you want to go out again?" "Sure. There's this really nice restaurant, name an expensive place. It's so good. We should go there." Don't even skip a beat. Use them for dinner. Write their name under free food in your phone, or say, "Oh, you know what? I need some some new shoes. If you want to meet up, we should meet up at the mall." See if he'll apologize by buying you the shoes for ghosting you. You make them pay or you get something out of it, and you don't skip a beat. You don't show emotions. "Why didn't you call me? Why didn't?" That's Pickmiesha-ish. Look, you too busy with all the other options you got. If he want to come back around, he got to pay to get back into the roster. Okay? The roster is literally the place the men want to be. If they fall off the roster, they got to pay to get back on this time. They was put on free the first time. When they fall off, they got to pay to get back on. Okay? And he'll pay. He'll do something if he wants to see you again. Preparing to leave provider tips. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have a second backup provider and make a smooth transition, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or have your own money. Okay. Okay. Have your own money or transition to the next one. You say he takes care of you, but he's controlling, tells me what to eat, what to wear, not go out at times, say I don't respect him, I'm tired. Girl, you seen the Barbie movie? You seen Doja Cat? Okay. When someone starts telling you what to do over and over and over and they try to force you to do something, go the opposite. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Cut your hair real short. Bleach your eyebrows or shave them off. Get you a spike collar and surprise him. And he'll appreciate the original you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, yeah, I wasn't feeling that look you was trying to give me, so I reinvented myself. How do you like that? Then you go back to the original version of yourself. Then you'd be like, okay, I bet you appreciate it now, don't you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, reverse psychology. When they're trying to control you, you do the total opposite, ma'am. After ghosting, should you initiate the new meetup? No. They gotta ask you, ma'am. They gotta ask you. And then you suggest something expensive or to go shopping. That's literally it. You don't chase no grown man, okay? He don't want you, he don't want you. Move on to the next. If y'all still out here chasing men, you on the wrong channel. You need to be on Pickmiesha's channel. Mm-hmm. Will you allow your man to ask you for a three? No, I'm not allowing my man to ask me for nothing. Okay, but my Cash App, my Venmo, and how much money I want. He not ready to ask me nothing that I don't initiate myself. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of women get into the thing where they start dealing with these rich men, and these rich men think, oh, well, this woman will deal with me because I'm rich and I can ask her for a threesome. Would he ask his mama for a threesome? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you know what? How would your mom feel if someone asked her for a threesome? Then now he's imagining his mama in a threesome, and now he's turned off. All right. Mealy, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to leave provider with only 7K to your name? Triple and double it? Flip it, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start a business, a small business, and flip your money and then leave. Abundant baddie, sprinkle, sprinkle. SHERA, your license plate says sprinkle X2. Sprinkle, sprinkle, third. Thank you, girl. That's funny. Yeah, when rich men start getting greedy and they ask you for a threesome, it's like, no, I'm good if you go get 2 prostitutes and just don't tell me about it. Look, very nonchalant. Because these men feel like women are objects. And so when a man is rich and he thinks that you'll do anything to stay with him, suggest him a prostitute. Like, you know what? No, that's just not me. But, I wouldn't mind if you go out and pay for somebody to have a threesome with you. I really don't care. If that's your fantasy, if that's your dream come true, if you can't go through life without having a threesome, who am I to keep it from you? But go ahead and have your fun. I'll be shopping, or I'm going to be on the spa on the vacation. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go have a good time. If you take the thrill away from them and suggest that you're too good to be a part of that, they'll quickly not want it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll go find some hookers or some prostitutes to do it with. And then they'll still be like, okay, well, you don't want to do it. I guess I got to go somewhere else. That's right. Go somewhere else. And then when you cut him off in the bedroom because you think he went to do it, or he really went to do it, now he can't get none from you at all. But he still got to pay them bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said check the super chat. Okay, hold on. I already answered these questions. Okay, Haley says the older man wants to marry her and move into his nice house, but he also wants me to pay small bills and cook. The answer is no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he marries you, you don't pay nothing. And you can hire a maid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want to cook, that should be because you want to cook and not because you have to cook. You see the difference? You don't have to cook every day. You cook when you feel like it. Okay? And also, if he's marrying you and he's old, you don't need to be paying no bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're paying small bills and things like that, you better be getting money from him somehow, some way, in a different way. You know what I'm saying? He better be paying you back somehow. Kimmy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your package arrives tomorrow at your provider's house. Should I wait till he messages me? What do you mean your package? He ordered you something and didn't send it to you? Yeah, wait till he messages you, girl. Like, don't be so desperate and thirsty. Okay. This advice will have you married to the guy you hate. It's better than being married to a guy that's broke, because you're going to hate him too. Jorge, would you rather be married to a man that you love, but he's broke? You're going to hate him anyway. You better be married to somebody that you hate, that loves you, and going to give you what you ask for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The more you hate them, the more they want you to love them. You always going to win. Oh, that's not good enough. Do better. Next time, put more diamonds. Okay. You see the logic here? Men, you see how men think? They think women want a man that they truly love, even if they're broke. Okay. You're not going to love somebody that long if they broke. The love will go away quick, fast, and in a hurry when you're broke. Oh, Mealy, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So y'all think marrying a man, men are so silly. We don't want to marry you if you broke. We will love you until it's time to pay. And when you can't pay, that love is gone. All right? She gonna end up hating you anyway if you broke, so you might as well just get somebody you hate that's gonna constantly prove themselves to you. All right. Men are silly. What are they thinking? Okay. Oh, you're gonna end up marrying someone you hate. If they broke, I'ma hate them anyway. So might as well hate them and get paid. What are examples of high standards when dating? Um, Dating casually or dating seriously? You know, you only date providers. Like they got to be rich, so they should already know. Like who you choose to go out on a date with says a lot about your standards before you even get any standards or tell them any standards. Who you decide to date and go out with says a lot about your standards before you can even speak. That's your standards. You know what I'm saying? If you're dating just any old body, your standards aren't too high. You got to be very selective, darling. They got to have money. They got to be a provider type. They have to be smart. They got to have, some type of career or money going for themselves. They have to be responsible. They have to be respectful. All these things. That is going to show you your standards. Who you're dating will show you your standards. Because their standards will automatically be high too. So your standards won't even be high to them. They'll just be normal. That's why you don't date dust, ma'am. Never date dust. Because they're going to make you feel like your standards are too high just because they can't reach them. What if he's too boring? Then you better get you some tequila, some wine, or some champagne or something. You better sip on something. See, the thing about this is most men are boring. A lot of men are boring. That's why you got to drink or do something, or shop or get money from them, because a lot of men are boring. So that's why they compensate you with buying you drinks, taking you shopping, and giving you money, because you got to put up with that boring stuff, right? How do you control your feelings when you're upset? Ask if that's going to lead to some money. If it don't lead to some money, then why are you doing it? I'm so mad at you. You don't listen to me. You don't give me what I want. This is telling a man that you're out of control. You don't know how to get what you want. You know, men are going to be mad. Men are going to make you mad. But if you're not getting money out of them making you mad, then your anger is for nothing. Okay? So you got to figure out how you're going to get paid from your own anger without getting angry. Then reassess the situation and get your money. Okay? Like, let's say you went through your man's phone, you found something in there, you was gonna get mad, or he's late, or he didn't give you no money, or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna make him pay. During this time, you're thinking and strategizing on how to get him to do something for you, or to give you something, or to make up for what he did. You're not angry. You're in your logical state of mind that's getting ready to figure out how you're finna come up from his mishap. That helps you control your anger, man, when you finna get paid. Okay. It's like, okay, I see you got these people's numbers in your phone, or that. Let's see how you gonna get paid. Let's see how I'm gonna get paid. Okay. Hmm. That's all you do. Sit there and strategize before you speak. Oh, Kimmy, sprinkle, sprinkle, how to get more money out of him when he's mad at you and thinks you want him for his money and he says that I don't believe it. Okay. So you know what? I don't date unsuccessful men. I don't date broke men. So money is just the norm for me. Okay. If you can't handle me and you don't want to date someone like me, then go date someone else. I only date successful provider men. That's it. So if you think that you're special and you think I'm only with you for your money, I don't even deal with men who don't have money. Any guy that I'm going to date is always going to have money. Okay. If you have a problem with it, it tells me that you don't believe in yourself enough to earn more, or you only want women that are used to dealing with low life, dusty, unsuccessful men, and you want to shine and act like just because you have money, you're the prize. You're not the prize, sir. I can go get a man with money everywhere, anywhere. If you don't want to spend it, if you can't afford to spend it, just say that. And that's it. That's how you do it, ma'am. Get your acting skills together and tell them you only deal with men with money. He think you used to dealing with brokies. That's why he said that. Period. I only deal with men with money. Period. If you think I'm using you, then you only deal with broke women or women that don't deal with men with money. That's all I'm gonna deal with. So sorry you feel that way. On to the next. Then he'll try to change it up real quick. Well, no, I didn't mean that. Da 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 da. Well, that's what it sounded like. You sound like you wish I had only dated Dusty so I can worship the ground you walk on. Like you spending some little money on me is such a big deal. I can go get any man to spend on me. I chose you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Kyla, your sugar daddy wants you to make you his girlfriend, but he says he doesn't want to give me money anymore, but instead take care of everything. Should I find another one? No, just make you some fake bills up and make him take care of everything. Make sure it go into that PayPal or that bank account, take care of everything. But he doesn't want to give you money anymore. Well, tell him, put you on a direct deposit and take care of everything, and you might have a deal. If he takes you off direct deposit, then you're gone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or tell him you can take care of everything, but I'm going to go find somebody to take care of the rest. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either way, make the right decision, ma'am. You can always have another one on the side. Whenever someone asks me to choose, I just say both. I'm taking both. I'll take care of everything, but I'm not going to give you any money anymore. That's fine. I got another one anyway. I'm just going to have y'all both. If one can't do it, the other one will, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just like, oh, I don't think that's going to be very helpful. I mean, I'm still going to need money. Where am I supposed to get it from? Okay. So basically, he's going to take care of everything. What's everything? Hair, nails. He might as well just give you a credit card if he's going to take care of everything. Otherwise, he's just paying his own bills that he was already paying before if you move in. Okay. Is it okay to remain single for a long time? People keep shaming me for that. I'm not settled by a certain age. As long as you're getting money, ma'am. Who cares? Just tell them you're dating. Oh, I'm dating. I'm happily dating. Cool. Just a couple of guys at the same time. Make a real mad. Your husband won't give me no money. He is the only one who works in the household. Okay, well, you got to go visit your lawyer, ma'am. Go visit a lawyer and tell her or him, whoever the lawyer is, and he'll definitely tell you how to get the money, ma'am. It's like, my husband makes money and he won't give me any money, and he's the only one that works in the household. Oh my gosh, that's called financial spousal abuse. Let me tell you what you could do. Okay? Just go look that up. Financial abuse of a spouse. That means you won't give them no money. Go look it up what your rights are, ma'am. Print it out and have it on his desk when he get home. So either we gonna do this the easy way or the hard way. Which one it's gonna be? And you're gonna have to pay for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Financial spousal abuse, ma'am. Ask your lawyer. Or go print out your own information that you've done research on and set it on his desk when he get home and see what he say. You can even write on there, we gonna do this the easy way or the hard way. That question mark. Then print out lawyer fees. At the same time, girl, give him all the information he needs so he can make the right decision. Always know your rights, because men will act like you're stupid if you really are stupid. You're only supposed to play dumb. You ain't supposed to really be dumb. You're educate yourself. Yeah, do your research, ma'am. Get your money. How do you ask for more monthly allowance from our man? Tell him it's for some type of treatment that you got to get to look good for him. Then he'll get a little extra more. And then tell him you don't feel comfortable sleeping with him if you don't get that treatment. Say it's for some wax or some hair removal or, some something. Then get you a good razor or whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just lie and say it's for something extra. Or you ain't comfortable sleeping with him. I ain't comfortable sleeping with you if I don't get this extra treatment. Girl, he'll give it up quick. I just don't feel beautiful. I just don't feel myself. I'm not feeling attractive. I need some extra money in my allowance to get these treatments or go to the spa more so I can be ready for you. Girl, you're going to get it. Attach it to him sleeping with you and you'll get it. You said you're a software engineer. How do you hide your career from a man so they will spoil you? Don't tell him. Lie, ma'am. Tell him you do something else that doesn't make a lot of money. Okay. Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody sent me a cash app. Thank you, Judith. Appreciate that. For sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. All right, I'm getting ready to wrap it up, y'all. So thank y'all, everybody who donated. I appreciate you. Remember, Pickmiesha picks the bottom of the barrel. Men, don't be jealous of anything Pickmiesha got because she paying for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Also, Pickmiesha is not a permanent position. You can level up and snap out of it at any time. Just like Dusty is not a permanent position for men. They can literally level up and reach their potential. But Pickmieshas and Dusties often enable each other to stay at that level. So the best thing for a Pickmiesha and a Dusty to do is literally break up. You know why? Because the Dusty can finally go try to reach his full potential, and the Pickmiesha can probably finally put all that energy and effort that she was putting into that dust into herself and level up her self-esteem, her looks, and her mentality to understand that she deserves better. Okay, so Dusties and Pickmieshas, best thing y'all can do for each other is leave each other, literally, because no one's going to respect each other in that relationship, period. And y'all are only enabling each other to be the worst versions of yourselves. So I will see y'all on the next one.